All right. Good morning, AGDQ. It is awesome to be here. I'm so excited to run 1,000 Year Door. How's everyone doing this morning? Everyone doing good? All right, let's go and have my lovely commentators introduce themselves.
Hello, I am Sway, and I ran this game once last year.
I'm Glan. I've run this game pretty decent amount, I guess.
And I am GhostKumo, talking to you from beyond the internet.
Yep. And we've also got the back couch with a bunch of supporters and other pape runners.
That is a loaded couch back there.
It is. All right. If we're all ready to go, I'd love for everyone to count down. So starting from 5. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome. This is the first Paper Mario: The 1,000 Year Door run at GDQ since Yoshi himself ran all Crystal Stars at GDQX 2019, and the first time we've seen any percent at this marathon since AGDQ 2017. As you can probably guess by the estimate if you've followed any of the event runs of the events past, this game is A, very broken, and B, even more broken than it used to be.
It's very broken. There's so much that has changed in these past few years, and the estimate has just, gone down. Like, this game used to be like over 6 hours long. Then it became 4 hours, and then Pal Skip got found, and it eventually, now today, I think the world record is like a 216.
216.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy how far this game has become. There's going to be a lot of awesome glitches that we get to show off, and it's going to be a very weird chapter order. We're not going to be beating all the chapters, but I promise we're beating them in a fast order. It may not seem fast, but it's going to be a fast order, and we'd like to go fast.
I hope you're ready to relearn how to count today.
Yeah.
We're going all over the place.
I think I know how to count. Well, obviously, the first number is prologue, right?
Yes.
That's the first.
Yes.
Yeah, we love prologue.
Well, you can see the Japanese symbol for row looks like a 0, so chapter 0.
Yep.
Chapter 0. There we go.
Just like the letter O. By the way, it looks like the Japanese restream really seemed to enjoy the message that I had you put in the file name. They were posting that up. Shout outs to the Japanese restream. So to get into very basics of why we're running this game in Japanese, there are a few differences. At many points in the history of this game, it has been the fastest version. Where it is currently, technically the North American English version is potentially faster. It is just way harder and way more inconsistent with some of the tricks.
Yeah,
so we're doing Japanese for marathon consistency.
Yeah, they're overall fairly similar, but the English version is overall harder.
Yeah, there's like a few differences, but it's like, again, it's just not safe for a marathon run.
Plus, the method for one of the tricks you do, you have to walk slowly for a minute and a half to 2 minutes. And do you guys really want to see that?
Yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
So this is Paper Mario RPG, aka Paper Mario: The 1,000 Year Door, aka the second Paper Mario game. It is the continuation of the Mario RPG series. We start off with Mario having 10 HP and 5 FP. HP hits 0, you die. FP, basically your spell points. This is basically the tutorial fight to introduce you to attacks, combos, guard commands, super guard commands, which we'll get into, and action commands, where you time a button press, you do additional damage.
Also, I'm so sorry for the pixels on stream just gone.
I feel like GDQ's internet would be able to handle loading all these fellows, but this is kind of a bitrate killer for casual streams.
Yeah, so
Anyways,
this game had a bit of a thing where it was kind of showcasing the GameCube's power. So there's a lot of points in this game where they just put 300 entities on the screen at once. Right
yeah,
here.
I often compared Chapter 2 to Pikmin in that sense. So to give you kind of the rundown of this game, the basic premise of it is Mario was given a map that Princess Peach found on the just casual street market of this place here called Rogueport. says, let's go find, the treasure to the 1,000-year door. And then she has since gone missing. Don't mind the funny events going on in the background. This place is not a very nice neighborhood, let's put it that way. There's kind of an endearing quality to Rogueport, and one of the things that I think a lot of people really love about this game, but there's definitely some shady elements to it. But yeah, we have to go on a treasure hunt, find out where the princess went, and basically we're gonna skip something, just as a very little spoiler. It's a very broken run. But we need to find the 7 crystal stars to get to the 1,000-year door and unlock it and learn of its mysteries within.
We're definitely going to get all 7.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll see at the end, we have all 7.
Yep.
Yeah, so
We're just reteaching you how to count to 7.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So hey, here's the first partner. We're only gonna get 3 partners in the run. Well, actually, potentially 4. But yeah, this is Goombella, and she's actually going to play an important role later on for a few different tricks. There's a few different tricks involving her. And real quick, I just want to mention, so this lovely toad right here lost her contact lens, and Mara just broke it, and great, she won't be able to see without her contacts. That's quite unfortunate. We just completely broke them.
Yeah, so Yoshi's initiating this here because he wants to get over to the west side of the west side as early as the game will let you, for several different reasons. And he's kind of just running a sweep of important things to do. So we trigger the Zesty little scene. That won't be resolved until Chapter 2. We need to talk to a shopkeeper in order to order a contact lens replacement. And then we need to do shopping anyway. So we're going to buy honey syrup, which heals FP, fire flower, which does some damage, and then fright masks, which scare away enemies. Yoshi's going to lose half of his coins due to a plot event because this game really wanted to demonstrate Rogueport is not a very safe place.
It's really not safe
You get mugged immediately.
Yeah, case in point coming up right here. We're just walking, and then all of a sudden,
Get robbed.
bye-bye to half of our coins. Good thing we spent most of them.
Yeah, exactly. You have 100 and you lose half regardless. So, kind of just burning them before we lose them anyway. You can get them back, but it would just be a waste of time.
Yeah, it kind of took me like way too many years of having played this game to realize that you could get your coins back.
I think it's a really effective way of demonstrating the point in a way that like impacts the player too. I don't know. There's a lot of like little diegetic things this game does that I thought were really neat. So the basic events going on here. This is Professor Frankly. He's going to become your favorite character. He is kind of an older research Goomba who has studied the 1,000-year door pretty extensively and knows a lot of its details. So he's going to show us to where it is, demonstrate how to get there, and just kind of lore dump a whole bunch of stuff. He's a pretty funny character. It's kind of sad you don't get to see his text in English.
Yeah.
So coming up here, we have the hardest trick in the run.
Yeah, all right, so hold. All right, we need to see if we can get through this.
Yeah.
It's the hardest tutorial to avoid.
Quiet time.
Yeah, quiet time. All right. I did it.
let's
Oh my
go,
gosh, I
let's
did
go.
it. Let's go. Oh. So yeah, if you press A or B during that, you will hit the tutorial. It is very,
It's
very
several minutes
mean.
long.
So this fight against these 3 Goombas here is meant to be kind of a tutorial for the different types of attacks that you can use. Mario can jump and use a hammer. You can't jump on spike enemies. You can't hit aerial enemies with hammer. So you kind of have to figure out which one to use in most normal situations. But we bought a fire flower, so these guys are just toast.
Nah, we're not
Literally.
gonna, they're not even worth to use a firepower. We're just gonna scare them away.
Right.
Boo.
I think they have a 100 or like 99.9% chance to run away with Fright Mask.
I've never seen the Goombas not run
Yeah,
away.
it's definitely 100.
Yeah, and now we're coming up to the hardest room in Prologue. There are a bunch of Goombas that will just absolutely destroy you depending on where they are. And we're going to see if we can quickly get by them, but safely as well.
This is actually a really hard room to avoid the encounters in.
Yeah.
Like, they
So
kind of
something you're
move
gonna be-
randomly from their initial spawn, so it's a little unpredictable where they're going to be.
Pick up the fire flower here. Something you're going to be seeing a lot. Oh, you're not picking up the fire flower.
Yeah, we
Okay, never
don't.
mind.
That's a backup item later, but we got through that room once, so now we're gonna do it again. But real quickly, since Fu was talking earlier, Fu, why don't you read a donation or two, get things started?
Yeah, absolutely. Also, a reminder that we can bring Flavio along with us. We are already 83% of the way there, so we're like getting close. And people want to see this happen because we have like $25 from C who says, Flavio, my beloved. We've also got...
Can you repeat that, Tech?
We've also got $50 from Graylin who says, I suppose if he has to, Flavio can come along. And a $50 donation from Dark Blob 2 who says, Flavio, that is all. People want to see it happen.
Sorry, Tech, can you repeat that one more time, please?
Oh no, I fell for the trap.
You got cursed. Oh,
Yoshi.
I got cursed. Ah.
Well, you better not do that again.
Yeah, I better not do that again.
All right, I
Watch
promise
out.
if I do it again, I'll only do it one more time.
Yeah.
I gotta say, as much as I love Flavio, the 4th cursed chest in this game is my favorite character.
That's true.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good.
So normally here
really
you would be intended to go to the 1,000-year door and kind of triggered initially. That's why Frankly's following you, because he wants to see that with you. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to, go somewhere else entirely.
Yeah, essentially what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do that's okay. I'm going to have to do 2 frame-perfect jumps to essentially, let's see if I can technically explain it. So it's like, basically, you jump on the first 2 frames that Mario enters a room, and then when you fall in the water, the game doesn't register Mario as touching the ground, so it puts him at like coordinate 0, 0 or something like that.
Yeah.
And by doing that, I can get to prologue or get to chapter 1 early. So let's see. All right, so yeah, it's not too hard, but no.
Yeah, it's just 2 frame perfect, and it's not that hard.
Yeah, it is worth noting this game runs at 60 frames per second, unlike Paper Mario 64, which ran at 30.
That was, I think, back
Yeah,
first.
so
First
coordinate,
one was 2
coordinate 0, 0 is basically the dead center of a map, which is why
There we
that
go.
number matters. And dead center in this room happens to be just barely within
there it
reach
is.
of
Just
the
barely.
fight to chapter 1. So yeah, you just skip the blooper fight, you just skip having to visit the long cutscene when you get to the 1,000-year door for the first time.
And remember how we said Frankly's going to be your favorite for like the next hour and a half? Well, we skipped the sequence of going to the 1,000-year door, which is when Frankly leaves you, because he basically says, oh, you got to go find the crystal stars, stuff like that. But he's still here. So I know we all like Flavio, but can we get some round of applause for Frankly?
I think the game feed's coming in yellow on my end.
So something worth noting, since we encountered that Goomba earlier, we really want to avoid encounters early in the game, not just because it loses time to get into an encounter and run away, but every time you run away from a fight, you lose 5 coins, and the coin route's actually fairly tight at the beginning of the game, because we have to buy some items later.
Yeah, you can afford to get 2 encounters and get some backup items, but if I get like a 3rd one, which is pretty much the most you can get in, then it will kind of affect things later on. A trick that I am not going to do here is called Bridge Skip. It's actually very similar to Blooper Skip, which is what I did, but I like to call it the live stream jump of 1,000-year door, because in Super Paper Mario, there used to be an old trick where you basically had 1 chance to get it, and if you don't get it, your run is over. In this game, you have multiple chances to get it, but you only have you have a limited amount of chances, and you die, and your run is over. So yeah, it only saves about 25 seconds, so it's not worth doing it.
Yeah,
So I was
it's a
gonna
really
skip
cool
that.
1-frame jump where you use hazard respawn to get to 0.0, which will land you on the water, and then you can jump from the water across where the bridge is.
Yeah, but it is a frame perfect jump off the water.
Yeah,
All right, is Frankly
so
going to
you
fall?
Also, an interesting note.
Yes, he fell in the water. He fell in the water.
Hey, one thing I want to note about the jump over the water, that jump was patched on the PAL version, so if you're playing on PAL, you're out of luck with that.
Oh,
Or in luck if you don't want to bother, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah. I guess something we could mention that I'm doing is you may notice that I'm jumping a lot. I'm doing something called speed swaps. For whatever reason, Mario travels faster going up and down. So if you travel up for at least 1 frame and then jump to the left or right and then continue frame perfect jumps, then you will carry that speed and it saves time over the run. You could think of it kind of like, fast acceleration in Mario Bros. But, instead of facing backwards, we're facing up. So, saves time over the run.
Yeah, it's just a very small frame saver that adds up.
And
So
Mario got an email.
So kind of the very broad strokes of this game is that you go to a chapter, you get a crystal star, and then you go to the next chapter, and each individual chapter is sort of like its own little vignette, its own little story within. The story for the first chapter here is the dragon that we saw as soon as we got here has been basically terrorizing this village for like a decade and just, eating people whenever it feels hungry. And that's no bueno. So
No bueno.
we're going into this fortress here to gain the keys that we need in order to get to the dragon's castle and then get the crystal star within, and then hopefully take care of the dragon as well.
Yeah,
So the enemies here, they have a lot of defense, so power block.
Pad block. Easy.
Yeah, so there's 2 fights here basically that are meant to be kind of tutorial fights in using items. Like, really the only way you have to defeat them at this point in the game is to use the power blocks that they give you. So it's just kind of meant to be a way to have the game tell you, like, you should use items if you're in a situation that's too tough for you to deal with.
Yeah,
Doesn't really come
these
up-
are technically skippable, but it's tasks only. Like, it's only used
Yeah.
in the task stuff.
Doesn't really come up in the run, but it is worth noting that these enemies have resistance. There's weaknesses and resistances in this game to elements. These enemies resist fire, so fire flower wouldn't be useful against them. And also the power block clipping them on their back is a funny enough effect.
Yeah, it's
There's
great.
also power blocks they only do 2 damage, which that's gonna fall off. So like the increased damage of fire flower is gonna matter in this next area where enemies have 3 health instead of 2. So it's the only time we see the power block.
Yeah, Fire Flower is a really useful early game because they do 3 damage to all enemies, and like our basic attack, like Jump, does 2 damage to 1 enemy. So Fire Flowers are just like way better than anything that we can do at this point in the game.
And they have some pretty interesting niche purposes throughout. Like, they're in any scenario where there's bombs, fire flowers just insta-give them.
So now we got a quiz show where he's going to ask us a bunch of questions. And
I hope you studied your Japanese.
Let's do number 1. Oh, okay. We got to get 5 answers correct.
You're really good at Japanese.
I am really good at Japanese. Jokes aside, so this is all like same order in every version, but there will actually be a point later in chapter 3 where I do need to not exactly study Japanese, but memorize certain characters to like figure out what they are. So there we go, guys. Oh yeah, and Franklin's just kind of in the audience. He's just kind of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quiz answers are all the same here. There is some point where a little bit of reading understanding will matter, but we'll get to that when we get to chapter 3.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so now we're going to finish up Schwank Fortress here. There's 2 keys lying underneath here. Each one is guarded by an annoying fuzzy. They're nobody's favorite enemy in these games.
Yeah, and for whatever reason in the Japanese version, they're like faster. I don't know exactly why, but they really like to.
So the difference here is that on Japanese, I think they notice you. Like, they don't have as far of a range they can notice you from, so they end up moving more erratically
That makes sense.
before aggroing you.
But bye, fuzzies.
Yeah, they're just
Fuzzies,
dead.
without the fire flower here, they'd be kind of an annoying enemy because they can sap your health. They have fairly long attack animations, so just deal with them in one fell swoop.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, fuzzy, go away. Yeah, we don't want to get into any of these encounters. Getting into an encounter wastes about 10 seconds each time, and it's important early on because, like it was mentioned, I'm gonna lose coins, and I do want to have, I do want to keep my coins to buy more fright masks, like I bought earlier, because we're gonna be using a bunch of fright masks later on in the run. What are you doing?
Moses out for you.
On,
He was
man.
out for me. Listen, I understand it's like 3 in the morning, but like, don't gotta take it out on me. Oh, you have an
He's the one
HP
who's
drain.
taking all of our coffee.
I hope he doesn't use that HP drain on you.
It is worth noting that enemies can show up with items on here. They can also drop items. That is not going to be relevant to the run.
Yes, it will.
Since we're
Yeah,
just gonna,
I can lie to the viewers.
Fair enough.
since we're just kind of bopping back and forth down here, you want a donation or two?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. Okay, first of all, we're over 91% of the way to Flavio already. Out of
my
the
God.
7,500, we're already like $605 away. So we are almost there, which is amazing.
Man.
We have more people coming in with the Flavio love. But we also have a $5 donation from Molo Style 23. Who says hello from Yoshi's girlfriend Molo from 8 a.m. UK time. I'm super proud of you. I got so excited reading your name on the Up Next. I know how passionate you are about speedrunning and how much it means to you to be here. I just kept staring at the screen like, whoa, that's my boyfriend. He's so professional. Manifesting you setting world record. Lesson 3. Again, super proud of you and love you lots. Can't wait to see you later this year. That is so cute.
I love you, Polo. Man, got me choked up. I missed the super guard.
Sorry.
No.
That would have been a
Yeah,
that would have been an
shout-outs to
opportunity
England.
for a-
Shout-outs to England.
That was adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah, the gold fuzzy has 10 HP. So if he'd have gotten the super guard, he would have done the additional 1 point of damage.
There we go.
Gets it the second time.
Like
and
that.
Ends the fight quickly. So super guard works by pressing B within, I believe, 3 frames before the attack connects. And it nullifies all damage and it does 1 damage of counterattacks if the enemy's attack can like be countered. So like projectile attacks don't get countered, but attacks where they hit you physically can be.
Yeah.
And as you can see with the numbers being very small in this game, individual points of damage do matter in the route.
Yeah, especially
One of the few
early on.
RPGs you can say that.
Yeah, at this point, we're backtracking, so you can fit in a few more donations.
Perfect. Okay, we have $25 from Pets in Winter. I love that name. Who says, Paper Flavio, the 1,000-Year Door, starring Professor Frankly. It's a great name. Also, $50 from Inquiry, who says, Flavio % speedrun. Get your $5 donations in now. And we have a $5 donation from Jeebus33, who says, we need Flavio in the run.
You know, y'all really like Flavio. I'm sensing a theme that y'all really like Flavio.
It's funny because a lot of
Indeed.
people hate Flavio.
Yeah, listen, I like Frankly because he saves time. But I guess if you guys want 7 more minutes, 1,000-Year Door, I can give it to you. But only if we hit the incentive.
We are so
This
close
is
to
Oops.
7,000 out of 7,500, just so you know.
Yeah, so this is Koops, our second party member. He's kind of a timid little guy, but him being a Koopa, he has a point of defense, which he exchanges for if anytime somebody jumps on him, he goes on his back. He has really useful attacks. He's the first partner with attacks that can hit multiple targets. He also has the overworld action where you can shoot him like a projectile to hit distant things that are across gaps. You can also suspend this in midair and then have him launch it and hit things behind Mario in order to hit them on a delay. It's a very basic ability, but it's very useful, and he can be used for some unintended things, which we'll get to a little bit later.
Yeah, Koops is one of the most useful partners in this game.
Yeah, he's very useful. The only downside is if he gets hit in a certain way, he'll flip on his back like a Koopa. You know, go figure, he is a Koopa. We want to avoid that. This is Koopiku, which is Koops' girlfriend, and she's like, don't go to Hooktail's castle where you might be killed. You know, my partner just donated, and I don't think she'd be pretty happy if I said, hey, I'm going to go, fight this dragon, if that's okay. I think she'd be pretty upset as well, so, you know, hey, look out for your partners, everyone.
Yes.
Make sure they don't do anything reckless, even though Koops is doing something reckless. He's got Mario with him.
Yeah, see, Frankly was just standing there judging you the whole time.
Yeah. We were getting hit, and Frankly didn't do anything. Ooh, nice slow walk.
Yeah. So we're about to enter Hooktail Castle here, which is I guess the second part of Chapter 1. Most of the chapters are kind of in 2 parts.
Yeah, it's considered the dungeon. So, the game immediately teaches us that if we hit the switch with both Koops and Mario, we can enter Hooktail Castle. It is actually possible to hit both of them without Koops, but you need crazy speed swaps.
It's like basically TAS only.
Yeah, it really is TAS only, and Koops is very useful later on in the run. I don't see any reason why RTA would skip it.
Yeah.
So to give a very little brief rundown of Flavio and why you should get him to happen. So frankly, following us now, that was a thing that happened when Hazard Respawn glitch, which was the glitch that let us get into Chapter 1 early, was found. But before that, when the game first truly started being sequence broke, we were able to end Chapter 5 before it finished, and we would bring an acquaintance named Flavio along with us. And similar to Frankly, he just follows us around everywhere. He's kind of he's just an amusing character on the whole. He's very smug, but he has his own little character arc in the chapter. He just has a very funny design. He looks like a lemon with a British sailor's hat. So him just following us around everywhere was the funniest thing when it first came out, and ever since then he's been kind of a meme in the community. Sadly, he's not been in the routes other than old Any% and a couple times in All Crystal Stars.
Yeah.
But you can pay to bring him along.
We doing red bones early?
I wish. So right here, we get swarmed by a bunch of dull bones. We just gotta hammer them, and then we can fight them. The good thing is items are very useful. If you couldn't tell, we're just gonna use some fire flowers to take them out.
Yeah. So red bones has 5 HP and 1 defense, which makes him kind of slow to kill, and unless you just use 2 fire flowers. And if we took multiple turns, there's a chance he could spawn another dull bones, and that would give us more star points. And the star point routing is pretty precise, so that wouldn't be a good thing.
Yeah, here comes our first level up. So this is very, very interesting. So in the old Any% runs, we used to always just buff Mario, and we would always focus most of the attack on Mario, but not in this Any%. We are focusing the attack power on our partner. So we actually never upgrade our FP, and we upgrade our BP a few times, and then our HP just to have Mario as a tank. And now I'm going to be doing a little skip called Flip Skip, where I can just jump down here and just grab this key without having to go into the flip puzzle.
I love that you can just jump on the lock.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that was another thing I did. You could just jump on the lock and jump on that platform. Saves a little bit of time.
Yeah, and Yoshi also grabbed a star piece there. We're gonna be grabbing 5 of those throughout the run to buy 1 badge towards the end of it. But pretty much just ones that are gonna be right in our way, so we're not gonna grab any more for quite a while.
Yeah, we usually try to route it.
It is worth noting the way EXP works in this game. So every time you beat an enemy, they drop a certain number of star points. The number goes down every time you increase your level. 100 levels you up. You can level up HP, FP, or BP. And because we want to have low HP, we will never level up HP.
I ran into a trap, guys.
Oh no.
Gotta get out. Oh no. It's like Indiana Jones.
Are you gonna make it?
I don't know. I have
time's looking pretty tight.
Yeah, guys. I've got
38 seconds.
I've got 38 seconds. Okay. Oh no. Okay, I made it.
That was a close one.
Definitely a close call.
Definitely.
Okay.
Haha, close call. I see what you did there.
Just looks a little familiar,
Whatever
Yoshi.
you do, don't get cursed again.
Don't get cursed again. Okay. But
It's okay. I have good luck for you. If you think Flavio's good luck, because
Don't do it.
wait. What
Yes,
about
Steve,
Flav?
no.
we hit the Flavio incentive,
Oh,
so we
shit.
get our buddy to come with us.
All right.
Should have listened.
That thankfully dampens the horror that is getting this curse. Which is
So, guys, you
also
hear
one
that?
of the most positive things.
Instead of 2.5 hours of Thousand Year Door, you get 2 hours and 37 minutes of Thousand Year Door. So we can go get Flavio.
All right, so we've been cursed with the horrible misfortune
I'm
of
sorry.
turning sideways.
Might as well check my email once.
So he goes into that menu and does a whole bunch of little things, checking the email so that the game stops giving him "you got an email" text box prompt, and then menuing while Mario is in his unspin animation, because that saves that is the most optimal time to do it, because when he closes the menu, Mario will be in his regular state and he can move at full speed. It saves like a few frames, but it is an optimization that is very easy to do, so he does it.
Yeah, and we're equipping a few badges there, which are attack effects are Power Bounce and Multi Bounce. Power Bounce lets you jump on an enemy until you miss an action command, although the action commands get gradually harder and eventually become random whether you're allowed to make them or not. And then attack effects are make your attacks sound like crickets.
Don't mention that. People are going to fall asleep if they hear the crickets.
It's true. Important, because
It's a fun
Hooktail
fact.
hates things that start with CR and rhyme with Ikit, so...
What do you think that means?
I don't know.
So it's actually in the original version of Paper Mario 2, as it was, its beta name was. It was supposed to be a frog. I'm not entirely sure why they changed it to a cricket. The cricket.
This is news to
I
me.
almost said a dirty word. I'm not sure why they changed it to a cricket. It was the same sound effect, but yeah.
Quick note, you can actually jump to that window and save like 8 seconds, but I'm bad at it, so I didn't do it. I don't think really anyone does it.
Did anyone notice Frankly like walking in front of the wall, like over the gap?
Oh, he did? Wow, Frankly's just everywhere.
Yeah,
Or am I
Frankly's
just seeing things?
Yeah. It's a neat
So
little
on the
thing
way
here.
up here, there's a life shroom.
Great life insurance.
Useful item.
You're supposed to like drop off and then go through the bars, but you can just hit it with coops from the block.
We didn't get Frankly caught in the chest. You can sometimes get Frankly caught in the chest there. It's really funny.
All right, the important question though is, are you going to get swag jump?
Am I going to get swag jump?
It's very
Swag jump?
important.
Miss Mouse, they're just kind of giving Mario a little kiss.
All right, so you noticed as we were going in that door, there was dull bones in front of it. When we come out, we're forced to encounter it.
Yo,
Yo,
I got
that's
swag
Got
jump.
the swag jump.
So this is a forced encounter that we unfortunately cannot avoid.
You can avoid it with 14 frame perfect pauses.
That is true. There's enough frame
It's
perfect
funny.
stuff in this
It's
run.
funny hearing you call it swag jump, because there is a swag jump that's going to be in Smart and Luigi Superstar Saga in about 12 hours.
Mario RPG,
In that run
let's
as
go.
well. That actually does affect the route, or it does actually save a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's just for swag.
Yep, everything's been coming up Mario RPG lately. Superstar Saga and T2ID getting into this event, which is really awesome to see.
And the remake
somebody's
coming
been a
out
big fan
this
of
year.
Yeah.
the games. And yeah, Super Mario RPG just got a remake. Paper Mario T2ID got announced to have a remake coming out this year. So it's been
Getting
kind
the
of a great
love
time
they
to really
deserve.
celebrate.
Getting the love.
Yeah.
Finally.
100%.
Yeah, we're about to come
Time
into
to
the first
celebrate.
boss, so you can probably fit in a few donations before the boss.
Oh, sure. You know what I'll do? I have this lovely novel from this lovely individual. It's $10 from Swiftaloo.
Oh,
And Swift says, "Hi, Yoshi. It's not Flash this time. I'm so incredibly proud of you for being able to show on this big stage finally. We've known each other for almost 5 years at this point, and I'm very grateful to be able to call you my friend. From watching you run Super Paper Mario on your channel before I even started speedrunning, to now seeing you run TTYD at AGDQ. It's been an incredible journey to watch. Your encouragement of my speedrunning journey has always been appreciated, and your own speedrunning has even inspired me. While we may not run the same games, I had a lot of fun learning bookcase jump from you at AGDQ 2020. Hopefully in the future, I can learn more little tricks like that from you. Maybe palace skip next time? While I would have loved to be there, instead, I will be cheering you on from home. I hope to see you again soon with lots of love from Swiftaloo, less than 3. Also, I was going to incorporate some joke about water and staying hydrated, but I forgot what exactly I said when I donated for your last run. So hopefully you remember, since I was a bit too lazy to figure it out. There you go.
We love Swift.
Swift is great.
Swift is great.
All right,
That was a
welcome to
very
the
wholesome
hardest boss
donation.
in the run, by the way.
Like
That was
actually.
a very wholesome donation before we get eaten by a dragon.
But we have that thing that starts with Kerr and sounds like Ikit.
Yeah. Sway, would you like to explain why this boss is like the hardest in the run?
okay. So this is our introduction to the badge Power Bounce, which what that does is you use 3 FP and you can just keep bouncing on the enemy until you drop the action command or until the game forces you to stop.
Yeah.
However, the 8th action command onward is frame perfect. So,
And I did actually get it, so this should actually be a good fight. But yeah, it's the hardest boss because it's the one that requires the most power bounces.
And like the hitbox on her is very strange. Like it's kind of just like inside her head. There's not really like a very clear visual cue of where you're supposed to input.
Do I go for the 10 bounce on this one?
Yes. Always go for the 10.
10 bounce is 2 frame perfect inputs, and you have a chance to get capped at 9.
It's a 1 in 3 chance.
1 in 3 chance. Okay.
To get
that's 1 in 3
Hooktail
chance
is-
to get past, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 and 3 to get capped.
Yeah, we'll test the RNG and my skill if I can actually hit the action command.
Yeah, so Hooktail is very nasty and tries to like bargain with you. You actually want to say yes and take the 5 damage.
Oh, I missed
Aw.
it. That's okay. That was actually a really good fight. So all things considered, great fight.
That was very good.
Right
Optimally, to clear this fight as fast as possible, you need to do 9 inputs twice, basically.
Hooktail is just
Actually,
very
9 and 8.
underhanded, but it's kind of just a neat fight in general, even if it is kind
Hi,
of
Franklin.
trivialized with the badge. So that's chapter 1 down. That's the only chapter that's going to be done
In full, basically.
relatively normally.
Yeah, from here, it's just about to be crazy. Also, Coop's father disappeared a while ago. Well, he was inside Hooktail's belly for however long, and he survived.
The implications of that are way more horrifying than this game really seems to.
I agree. I've always
out.
had so many questions about this that I don't know what to do or what to think. I'm like, what was he doing in there?
But with that,
He did
we have-
anything he...
we have beaten chapter 1.
There we go.
So Koops has now saved his father. We have gotten our first crystal star, and then Koops decides he wants to join us on our way because he wants to thank Mario. So that's kind of like the way the game says, here's how you keep your partners even though their scenarios are done. Speaking of scenarios, we get a pretty lengthy intermission here.
Yeah, this is going to be a
With
great time
not a
for
lot going
donations. Yeah, you will see really great cutscenes with Frankly, though. So, while you're reading donations, make sure you pay attention to this amazing cutscene where Frankly just can't decide a side. Like, look,
Yeah, Frankly is playing all sides here. Like,
he's with the X-Knots.
What? Why does the game do that? Why does it load him in there?
Because it's
So it tracks him as a follower, and
Yeah.
regardless of whoever is whatever character is designated as the player in that particular section, even in cutscenes, he is set to follow them no matter what.
yeah.
Interesting. Gotcha. Okay. Well, so something I do want to mention is that we do have another incentive open. It's not for this game, but it is for another awesome game. It's Goof Troop, and that is to upgrade to the hardest difficulty. That is a $7,000 incentive, and we're already close to the first 1,000. So that's like 12%. So I want to put that on your radar, everyone. I think that'll be really, really cool to kind of see what the hardest difficulty brings to the table. But we do have plenty of Paper Mario love coming in these donations.
Go for it.
Like $25 from Kay, who says, for my sister Hallie, Haley, who cried for joy from the TTYD remake. Good luck on the run, Yoshi. And
Thank you.
I said this earlier, but I cried too. I cried too.
You did.
I think many of us did, actually.
I was watching Spike Vegeta broadcast, doing a co-stream of the Direct, and then as soon as the first opening arpeggio started playing on the piano,
You just know.
Hi, Frankly.
I hit the text limit on my first response. Like, no way.
Yes, I heard that and I took a breath. It was like this almost gasp-like reaction because I was like, there's no way. There's no way.
Really quickly, I want to explain. So, 2 things. People think you need to take a shower in order to advance the sequence. You actually don't. You just need to enter the room and then leave. And funny thing, Frankly actually speeds up that cutscene. You gain control of Peach much quicker when you have Frankly with you. I don't know why that works, but it does.
It is also worth noting that Peach can sort of do speed swapping, which is why you'll see her portrait kind of shuffle back and forth. It does save minuscule amounts of time, and it's the only way to really optimize this section. But yeah, this is Tech, the PC of the X-Knots. Supposed to be a super powerful computer. Strangely develops a crush on Peach. It's a weird scenario, but it's kind of cute and charming. But yeah, So Peach's gonna send an email to Mario and let him know some information. She's like taken captive by the X-Nauts, et cetera, et cetera. So you got time for donation.
You got time for
Yeah,
donations.
no problem. It's very 2001. That's what tech is like. Anyway, we do have a $50 donation from Frickett, who says, donating to bringing Miss Mouse along with Frankly and Flavio.
If only it were that easy.
I know. That takes a whole other side quest, but I do like Miss Mouse as a partner. We also have, this is a really sweet, a $10 donation from Walt Tremblay, who says, I'm writing this Paper Mario speedrun in my smile log. That's really sweet.
Aw.
Y'all are gonna make me cry. You guys got too many wholesome donations.
Send in more wholesome donations. Let's get it.
Make me cry.
No, we're going to the Bowser scene.
Like
Send
my-
in some evil donations.
Oh, we need evil. You know what I was going to ask for earlier, actually? Is like when you were talking about Kooby Koo, and I always remember when she flies by and she's like, stubborn Koopa. And I'm like, I want to know what phrases you all say from this game, like your favorite quotes from this game, because I feel like it's one of those good games. It's got the good writing. There's got to be something in there.
That's a tough one.
Frankly, still can't pick a side, by the way. Now he's with Bowser. Oh yeah, you could do speed swaps with Bowser too.
I think probably the best one is Guess Again, Nerd.
Yes, again.
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably the one I've used the most too.
I like it's Hag versus Hag.
That's a good one.
Oh my gosh, Bowser lines though.
Yeah. This was around the era when they decided that Bowser was just going to be a big old goofball. So Bowser's role in this story is he's hearing Mario went on another adventure and he wants to follow him. Because we won't be seeing most of the Bowser scenes, basically most of the gist of it is he's following Mario and he's like always a chapter behind, and then he just has a funny interaction with the characters from a previous chapter.
He's
Also,
just,
Bowser does not respect the contractors and architects of his own building.
Yeah, I mean, they can fix it. Like,
Great, someone's gonna have to fix that.
it's all paper anyway. Just tape it back together.
That's true.
Yep.
It was duct tape and a dream.
You could probably
this
fit in a few
game
more
coat-
donations, by the way.
yeah, no
This
problem.
game's coding is held together by at this point.
I love that. Okay, so we have $50 from Kevin, who says, hard to believe I've been watching GDQs for over a decade now. A true delight every 6 months. Super excited for the 1,000-Year Door and the Pokemon Crystal Randomizer. Shout out to the GDQ Graveyard Shifters, keeping the lights on late at night.
Yeah, graveyard
Much
shift.
agreed.
Yeah.
So this is like the most important badge in the entire game. This is Mega Rush P, which is kind of, compared to past routes that you might have seen at previous GDQs, a new route change where the focus of the combat is no longer on Mario getting buffed up, it's actually on his partner. Mega Rush P is just very accessible, and the way it works is when you are down to 1 HP, your partner will do 4 more damage on their attacks.
5 more.
Sorry, when the partner is down to 1 HP, they will do 4 additional damage, which is very exploitable, as we will see.
Yeah, if you saw the interview with a little teaser, the Yoshi kid is going to play a very important role. Like, almost going to be taking out, like, every boss from here on out.
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, so right now what we're going to do is what we have to do after every chapter. What you're supposed to do is go back to the 1,000-Year Door, show the crystal star there, and then the door.
Wait, what do you mean? There's no 1,000-Year Door. We haven't gone to such a thing as a 1,000-Year Door.
Fair.
Oh, there is a 1,000-Year Door?
Wait, there might be. Maybe we should go back and check that room we didn't go into.
Oh, yeah, you're so right. Let me see if I can make the cycle. Oh, I made it.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
That's a very tight
Platforming
cycle.
cycles Yoshi just did on those last 2 screens are way tighter than he made it look. That was honestly really great.
Yeah.
I think this would probably be a good time to talk about the sequence and how this game basically tracks your progress throughout it. So
Yeah, definitely.
the game, it's basically intended to be a linear progression for the most part through all the chapters. So a lot of the things in the game are kept track of by a singular value that we call the sequence, which is basically, it goes from like 0 to 480 or something really high. And it's just like each like individual like linear story event increases it by 1. And then kind of based on what that value is, it'll assume that everything before it has been complete.
And it's worth noting that includes any sort of like changes to the overworld. Like we mentioned the skip where Yoshi, like bridge skip back in chapter 1. If Yoshi had performed that and then gone and done the Schwank Fortress, when he came back, the bridge would have been there for him. So
yeah, but in addition to sequence, there's another thing that are called scene flags. So these are things that are kind of, generally speaking, things you can do out of order. So that could just be like blowing open some walls with bobbery and things like that or whatever. But very peculiarly, one thing that is a scene flag and not tied to the sequence is opening the entrance to reach Chapter 2 in the sewers, like where Punio goes and opens it for you. So the reason why we had to beat Chapter 1 at all is because we're going to have to go into Bogley Woods eventually. And the only way to open it is to basically complete Chapter 1 and get to the proper point in the sequence where Punio is there and we'll open it, because that entrance is for some reason a scene flag, even though it's part of the linear story. I don't know why they programmed it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of just weird inconsistencies.
Yeah, there's basically flags and sequences. So like there are certain things that are set by flags, there are certain things that are set by sequences. So like updating the sequence won't update the flag, and this happens to be one of those flags that you can't update at any point, even if you are past Chapter 2. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. Also, Frankly was just right there. Now he's following us.
Yeah, he just came out again. He wanted to keep coming along.
Yeah, he wanted to keep coming
Like how
along.
the follower flag makes him walk from the building. He doesn't just like instantly appear. He like warps out of his own house.
Basically.
This entrance too is also a little frustrating in one way, in that there actually is a way to clip into there, but there's not a way to clip back out.
Yeah.
So we have to open it.
Yeah, we have to open it. If we could clip in and out of this, then we could actually leave Chapter 1 as soon as we get paper mode, because a very important glitch is coming up in just a few minutes after we open Chapter 2. Hey, so you mentioned that like Guess Again Nerd is a pretty good text option, right? Yeah. It's in Japanese, but Guess Again Nerd.
I think in Japanese it's just no, but they translate.
Yeah, just yes, no. He's scared that you're gonna eat him, basically. So this is Punio. He is a child of the Punies, these little bug people that are kind of the main gimmick to Chapter 2. Probably a lot of people's least favorite chapter in the game for a variety of reasons. But we really only need him to open it up. We'll come back here later, but we're not even gonna start Chapter 2.
We're not even gonna start Chapter 2.
So now we're gonna start to abuse that sequence. We're gonna go and do a trick called Teleporter Room Early.
Yeah, what comes after 1?
7.
Yeah, I told you we're relearning how to count, right? We went 0, then 1, and
7.
7.
If you said
Yeah.
7, you would be correct.
I
That is
did
how you
it.
Count.
Yes, the correct count.
This is at least. This has always been in the right, but this is at least part of why we are trying to open up the west side of town as early as possible. You can't do that until before Chapter 2. But we're gonna go and buy a contact lens for Zesty. The contact, give it to her, and then she's gonna let us go to the west side of town.
She'll be able to
And
see
then that is
finally.
where we can access. And that is where we can access the. There's like a downtown underneath Rogueport in the Rogueport sewers, and in there lies a very important room. Effectively, the X-Naut's fortress is in a place that is basically unreachable. It's on the moon, literally. And you're not supposed to be able to access the moon until you get all the way to Chapter 7 and literally shoot to the moon from a cannon. And their way of getting... They have to have a way to get back down to Earth, so they hid it underneath Rogueport, and that's kind of how they're able to mess around with things while being based on the moon. So this is sort of like a backwards shortcut that they have available.
Yeah,
That's just there from, like, Chapter 2. You just can't get to it.
So I kind of casually mentioned this trick, Teleporter Room Early, but this is arguably the hardest trick in the game. It's very, very difficult. So basically how it works is that on the door into this room, which is normally locked from the outside until you exit it,
there we go.
There is a very, very small crack in the collision on the left side of the door. And it is small enough that when Mario is in paper mode, his hitbox can go through it, but it can only go through it if he's moving at his normal walking speed. So we're going to have to perform something called an unspin jump, where we're going to release R to come out of paper mode and press A on the same frame, and that'll make him spin out of paper mode and jump at the same time. But it's not as simple as that, because you have to be moving at a precise angle on the stick. There's literally one stick angle that works for this.
Yeah, and right now I'm resetting my controller so I don't have to hold the
It's
angle.
not on a notch or anything. It's very slightly left of straight up. So what Yoshi's going to do here is he's going to try to make use of a feature with the GameCube controller where you can basically reset the neutral position on the analog stick so that he will have the correct angle for Mario moving without holding anything on the stick. And that'll allow him to just kind of focus on timing the input on this, because this is a 1 or 2 frame window to release a button and press a button on the same frame. So this might take a few tries.
Yeah, it's very finicky.
But I cannot overstate how difficult this trick is.
Yeah, it's angle perfect, frame perfect. We love that. So yeah, so I'll go ahead and have a little bit of serious time just till I can get this. Going a little too early.
You got this.
It should be a good angle.
Looks right, I think.
A little too late.
And like this is made even harder by the GameCube controller having analog shoulder buttons, so it doesn't count as releasing R until it's fully back to its neutral position. So it's actually really difficult to even just time the two inputs together.
I think the angle is good. It's just, you know, struggling a little bit.
You got this.
Thankfully, we only have to do it once.
It's true.
Chad is going out of bounds with you, don't worry.
I'm gonna try a different angle. This is one of those tricks where it's kind of like you do your run, and you either get it very quickly, or it takes a little bit.
Yeah, this is probably like the biggest reset point for this category.
Other than Palace Skip, probably.
Yeah. I mean, you get more runs to this than Palace Skip, so... I think this is the right angle.
Yeah, I can check real quickly. Yeah, it is.
So you kind of tell there by just when the camera shifts slightly as he passes by the crack, just kind of by the duration of that shift, if it's the right angle or not.
Having a little bit of trouble.
It's okay, Frankly's here for moral support.
Can't tell if I'm going like too early or.
I'm not sure. If you're not jumping, it's probably too early.
Or you just didn't get the unspin jumps.
Yeah.
Because the unspin jump is frame perfect, after all.
Yeah. For a perfect trick on a 1-frame window.
Yeah, we love that.
All 1 or 2 frames.
I think depending on Mario's Z coordinate oscillation, like while he's walking up against the door.
Yeah. You got this.
Try and... What are you doing, frankly? That is actually kind of distracting.
It's like he's cheering you on.
There's another point we're gonna have to do this, but it's actually a lot easier.
Yeah, there's another clip like this, but it's straight up instead of this weird angle. So it's a lot easier.
There we
Hey,
go.
Let's go.
Last.
All right, a little bit of a struggle, but all good. Yeah, that is very hard. Oh man, but there we go. That was probably the one trick I was the most worried about, but we got through it.
Yeah. So now we are in the X-Naut Fortress. Very good music.
Can we get some bobs?
All right, so we're gonna go a couple rooms over here, and we're going to read a red note stuck to a table. This red note is a very, very fortunate little thing to have in the game because it tells us the password to enter the room to get the second elevator key. And for some reason, sets our sequence to some point in Chapter 7, even though it is not actually mandatory to read this note before entering the password. It still sets the sequence. So now, as far as the game is concerned, we have beat everything up to this point in Chapter 7.
Yep, and we could theoretically beat this chapter now if we wanted to, but we're only gonna beat half of it. So I know I said 7 is next, but
Yeah.
you
Well,
know.
how you count to 7 is you go 1, 7, 2,
Yeah,
and then you eventually get back to 7.
you eventually get back to 7.
Don't you also have to throw a little 3 and a little 6 in there?
little 6.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. I know how to count. Oops.
Oh,
Ooh.
I didn't hear him. That's okay. I'm gonna get the super guard.
It's so hard to hear this guy
Super guard.
sometimes. Luckily, we spent all our
It's
points already, so it
remarkably
doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
that much.
encounters don't matter anymore, thankfully. So yeah, we're just going to continue going along. There's different types of X-Nauts in this chapter. It's funny, because at this point, we're supposed to only fight the normal X-Nauts, but now we're in Chapter 7, so we're fighting if we see the X-Naut PhDs and the Elite X-Nauts. So coming up here, we're going to have another quiz.
Yeah, the 66th annual Super Fun Court Quiz.
Yeah, exactly. And similar to the first quiz, the answers are always the same. And there's even a code right here it's the same on English and Japanese, but it's actually different on, I think, the European version,
French
only on French.
only on French. Yeah, it's a word instead of a number combination.
The specific word is excuse.
Are you excused?
I mean, I guess.
I mean,
Let me in the
yep.
door.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and do this quiz. You can go ahead and read a few donations during the segment.
Perfect. I was about to ask, I don't know, why don't we send in our own quiz questions? That would be cool. We have $25 from Jake Bopdart, who says,
Yo,
hi,
Jake.
Yoshi
Hey.
and Glan and Sway, lesson 3. I can't wait for you to get a sub 230 with Flavio. Good luck.
Something.
Good luck, you legend. I know you're
you
going to
too.
do amazing. We also have, let's see, we have a bunch. I'm just trying to be like, how many can I fit in right now? Here we go. $50 from Sandrina, who says staying up all night for Paper Mario. Hi, Yoshi. Hi, Sway. Also, babies. Lesson 3. I'm assuming that's the Mario and Luigi version.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite
My
things.
partners in time, love and heart.
You can probably fit one more.
Awesome. We have $50 from Sarukana, who says sleep. Who needs that? It's Paper Mario time. Lesson 3.
We don't need sleep, right, guys?
Yeah. Yeah, Ian.
As a great Canadian punk band once said, sleep is for the weak.
Yeah, we left Frankly Bind upstairs, but now he's here again. So
Yeah. All right, so I got a question for you all. Do you think it's possible for Mario to float?
sure, why not?
Realistically? You think it's
I mean,
possible?
he's
jumped
made of
pretty
paper,
high.
like-
He was just on the moon, so maybe he can just take some of that moon dust with him.
Yeah, okay. I think it might be onto something. You know, I don't know why, but I really feel like opening the store while using
Yeah,
coops.
yeah. It seems good to me.
Yeah, there we go. It may have seemed like nothing happened. Okay, so we're gonna harness the moon energy that we just got, and you know, I think if we believe hard enough, we can float. Just fly.
Yeah.
Easy.
Yeah. Yeah, so we're doing a trick here.
Oh, we are. Oh, okay.
Are we? I'd assume so.
Yeah, let me just go ahead and show it off real quickly, and then we'll
It's called
explain
a
what
super jump.
happened. Yeah. All right. So, all right, harnessing the moon energy, and woohoo!
The star song. Wait, wrong Mario game.
Yoshi, turn off your cheat codes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Here, let me just get that real quickly.
Okay, yeah.
Now we got the Ultra Hammer early.
Nice.
Yeah, so this trick used to have a very complicated setup. Now you just do super jump, aka levitate, aka jump storage.
Yeah,
It goes by
dude.
a few different names, but yeah, this treasure chest isn't supposed to be accessible until before Chapter 7, when you would have the Ultra Boots from Chapter 6. But it's always there. You can open it whenever you want. So
Yeah, to explain
As long
kind
as
of
you
what
have
we
the
just
trick.
did. Essentially, when you open that door and use coops, you essentially interrupt the animation of Mario jumping, and you basically store a jump. And then when you change Mario's Y speed, you just gain height when you press A. And now we're about to do something that I know Fu really liked. So we're gonna do a delayed spin and open the store, but we're not gonna go quite through. And now this game is kind of unloaded. And there's a badge down here that we're just gonna kind of fall down and get. Let me just, there we go. And then I'll just fall in the water and I'll just spawn back here. But there does happen to be a door where I can go to the Trouble Center. You guys remember this, you know, all the troubles. Well, there is actually one that we want to do that will really help. But now, there is a way to reduce this lag, but I'm just gonna show you guys how laggy this is. Look at, hi MVC. Look at how laggy this is. And we can just kind of
so
see
this is-
Franklin. There's 2 Franklies!
So this is why going into Chapter 7 does matter. So he can accept any of the trouble quests from as far as, you know, pre-Chapter 7 at this point. One of them is by a Pianta named Frankie, who is like the would-be son-in-law of a guy who is named Don Pianta, who runs sort of the mafia that beat up those 2 hooligans at the start of the game. That's going to come into play in the story later, but Frankie, he's very careless about his wedding ring, and he dropped it, and he wants us to go find it. And that is going to be very useful for a quest that we will do a little bit later. But since Yoshi just happens to be there, it's the best time to accept the quest.
So now we're heading into Chapter 2 here, and this is where the sequence is another place where the sequence is really important. So because the sequence value is somewhere in Chapter 7, the game thinks we just beat Chapter 2. It's all done. We don't have to do anything here. There's no events. We can just walk straight into the Great Tree. And we're going to be doing that because we need to get the Super Boots. But there will be one unfortunate consequence there, which is we'll have to walk past the Jabby Hive that's blocking where the Super Boots are. Normally you do the first fight against the Jabbies there.
Yeah,
that's
set
still
by
there
flags.
because that is set by a flag, not by the sequence. So we're going to have to do a little clip to get past that one called Jabby Hive Skip.
Yeah, real quickly though, because we didn't really beat the chapter, all these punies are just kind of chilling out here.
See, they were all fine.
They were all fine. Yeah.
Lip ticking.
Quick thing I want to go back to. So, whenever Frankie loses his wedding ring the first time, his girlfriend like talks about how careless he is, and essentially is like, "I need you to prove how much you love me. I need you to say I love you 100 times." And he does actually say "I love you" 100 times. And just gonna say, shouts to Sway here, who has a channel point reward where if you redeem it, he will say "I love you" up to 100 times. So, hey, you know, maybe go use that in his chat later.
When he's streaming.
Yeah, but now we're going to be doing Jabby Hive Skip if anyone wants to explain what we have to do.
Yeah, so
Goombella
first
buffer.
thing first, we have to do something called a Goombella buffer here. So this is where we're going to press X to open her Tattle text box and then move a few frames afterwards. That's going to let us actually get past the loading zone. And then we're going to go up here and do some weird kind of like unspin jump with the menu. And if it's done correctly, you can kind of just jump into this wall and
Like
walk
that.
right out of bounds.
Yeah, now I just need to go through here and make sure I don't clip back in bounds. And
Hit the loading zone here.
there we go.
There we go.
Skip past the Jabby Hives.
So as I understand it, the partners have like a 4-frame window after you use you press the button before their action works, and it's in those 4 frames that you move yourself onto like the seam of the load zone, and that's what enables you to get out of bounds.
So it's funny, Toadette said earlier, oh no, this is the last time I'm going to see you. I'm so sad. Well, we just saw her again.
Yeah.
You could tell this was like early 2000s Mario because they hadn't finalized Toadette's like design quite yet.
Yeah.
Now here's a fun thing. Opening that chest, set our sequence back into chapter 2. So now we're in chapter 2.
All right, what comes after 2?
So Yoshi's actually gonna have to fight the Jabby here, and it's important that he doesn't lose this fight. Like it's
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, I got this.
okay,
We
got this.
we don't have any punies, but I think we got heart. Okay, here we go. Aw. I even tried to hammer them.
Come on.
I even tried to hammer them.
The
All right,
Jabbies
well-
don't appreciate your swag enough.
Let's leave. I don't need to be here. Okay, what comes after 2? 6. Well,
Clearly.
I think that makes sense because 2 times 3 is 6.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Yeah,
Is
sounds
a
right.
higher number than 6.
Sure,
It
why not?
does technically come after 6.
I mean, yeah, technically.
Yep.
But yeah, so we're just going to be doing some backtracking, and there's not going to be too much to talk about. There is an X-Knot that we do have to avoid, so let's go ahead and see if we can do that real quickly. But then after I get past that section, you can go ahead and read some more donations. Another item that's going to be useful for later. All right, let's just hope this X-Knot is not in a bad spot. It's not the best. Okay, there we go, and there we go. All right, Fu, go ahead and read some donations while we go to chapter 6, because that's what comes after 2.
That's right, and I got you. We have $25 from Yesoen, who says, looking forward to some Paper Mario. Hopefully it's easy to clip out of bounds when you're paper thin.
I mean, we did teleport room early, so clearly.
There you go. It's true. There's definitely validity to that. All right, we have $50 from Adam N, who says, it's so late, but dang it, I have to see Paper Mario. You've done it again, GDQ. You've ruined my sleep for charity. Gotta go fast.
Shouts to Adam. He's an IRL friend.
Awesome. We also have $10 from Bonsai Joe, who says, so excited to be here for my first in-person AGDQ. Feels like a rite of passage to be up in the crowd for the sleepy early morning runs. 1,000 Year Door was always the best. Let's get Flavio in that party.
Well, we will be getting Flavio soon.
It's happening.
Yeah, if you guys are enjoying the cutscenes with Frankly, you're definitely going to enjoy the cutscenes with Flavio.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
They're
think I don't
fantastic.
think anything in my marathon experience quite matches the first time that I stayed up watching all Awful Block in the crowd, my first GDQ. So I can attest to how cool it is to go in person.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
So Yoshi's going to break this block now. It is a little slow to do it now, but it's much safer because coming back here later, we'll have the harder enemies that are like post chapter 5.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're just more likely to hit him as he's trying to hit the block. So coming up here, we're going to make use of the super boots by hitting one of these blue switches.
I'm also going to
Yo,
do a
going for
little...
the gamer HRG.
Yeah, the HRG. This saves like a little bit of time.
Yeah, I think it's like 1 second.
Woohoo, 1 second time save.
Let's go. So
Very
we're going to enter
nice.
the blue pipe here. That'll take us to Poshley Heights, which is chapter 6. This is a hard chapter, right? So I think you should probably do a safety save here.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Let me go ahead and read the note real quickly, though. Just,
Yeah.
just so in case something happens, then, I won't have to read that note again.
Yeah.
A penguin.
It's a penguin.
Remember that time we hung out with him? No? Okay.
Yeah. Why does he call me Luigi, though? He thinks I'm Luigi. Do we have
He
any
is
Luigi
colorblind.
fans? Do we have any
genuinely
Luigi
great
fans in the
character.
audience? Fair enough.
I can't hear the crowd from my audio vantage point, but
It's
I
okay.
hope
They'll
there
be
were-
louder for you.
I hope there were cheers.
All right, we'll go ahead and we'll take a safety save.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
Good
actually
idea.
saved it all during this run, so it's actually probably a good thing.
Okay, but weren't you supposed to get jump storage first?
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and
yeah.
get jump storage. So you normally need the ultra boots to to get to the end of this chapter, but we can't. So I'm gonna actually go get jump storage real quickly and then come back because it will be pretty useful because we don't want to go on the train. You actually don't need the train ticket in order to get on the train, but it's just not a good thing to do, unfortunately. Oh shoot!
Oh no!
That's a really unlucky encounter. Yeah.
I didn't mean to do that. Oh. Whatever, that's fine.
Okay.
The coins don't really
guard, right? Like,
yeah, I didn't want to go for the super guard because I didn't want to take too much damage.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice. We got the speed glitch. We're going backwards. Okay, this guy's kind of okay. Depth perception there is not my friend. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get jump storage. It's really easy, honestly. Doing teleport room early allows us to get this jump storage. It made a lot of categories easier when we were able to find this jump storage. Because it's just such an easy setup.
Otherwise, you'd have to do it off various emails and stuff that are like a one chance.
Yeah, which we will see later on.
There's also a really easy setup with Yoshi once we eventually get him. Yoshi kid, not the runner.
Hi, I'm Yoshi. All right, so yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and do this again.
All right.
Okay, let's go ahead and.
And then we'll go back to chapter 6.
Okay, let's go ahead and. Yeah, okay, that worked. Yeah, you can tell that worked whenever you he kind of flinches a little bit. Okay, yeah, now that I got jump storage. Sway, I forget what's the next thing. Oh shoot!
Oh my god, you gotta hit this guard.
I meant to. I was trying to ask Sway.
Oh my god,
Shoot.
dude. Oh.
I did not mean to do that.
All right, well, at least we made that safety.
Yeah, okay,
save,
I made that safety save. Yeah, I was turning this way because I was trying to remember what to do in the route. That's fine. I did make a safety save. That is why we save during marathons. Yeah. It's better to do that. Okay, so wait, I'm back in chapter 6 though.
Yeah.
Surely it was faster to die and then come back here, right?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah. Do you think I still have jump storage? Do you think, okay, crazy concept. Do you think I still have jump storage? Do you think
there's only one way to find out?
Do you think I transferred it between files? There's
only one way to find out.
In case you guys couldn't tell, there's something going on here. No. Yeah, that die was completely on accident.
Yeah, no.
Hi, Frankly.
Wait, they're getting the crystal star.
Shoot! They got the crystal star.
No.
We were just too slow.
Too slow. Who's that guy? Wait, who are all three of those?
I've never seen them before in my life.
I think they're only in 2 cutscenes in this category. Like real talk.
Yeah. Okay. Do you guys think I still have jump storage? I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's change our Y speed and see what happens. Okay. All right. Come on. This has to work.
Oh, let's go.
I did it. Oh my gosh. It worked. Can't believe it.
I'm not gonna lie, if I could have set up Discord sound bites for a soundboard, I would have made it play the DuckTales Moon theme.
Yeah, so jokes aside, we do that death intentionally because jump storage warps between files. It's really overpowered. So yeah, and it's actually impossible to do jump storage unless we do that, because if you jump without changing Mario's Y speed from a little incline, then you'll just kind of jump in place. But there we go, chapter 6, we did it.
Let's go.
There we go. Can we just mention how great this music is, by the way?
It's very good.
Yeah.
Wait.
So
Now, clearly, we needed the Garnet Star for some reason, right? That's why we did this.
Yeah, that's why
clearly,
we
it's
did
a
it.
very important item to collect. I mean, we need all 7.
Yeah, we need all 7. You know, we're just getting it in a very interesting order, right?
Yeah. It's definitely not to just trigger a particular cutscene.
Yeah. But yeah, we're going back into another intermission. So, Fu, aside from awesome, frankly, interactions, feel free to take it away with some donations.
Sweet. I am here for you. Okay, we have $10 from Ayuk and Jorit, who says, TTYD is my true comfort game and brings me so much nostalgia. This run is gonna rock. Can't wait to play the remake later this year. Good luck, Yoshi, you got this.
Thank you.
We have $25 from Kep, who says, Mario, less than 3. $25 from Exotic Chaotic, who says, I love this game. I'm blowing out the mic. I'm just too excited.
I like this game too.
I recently learned to run it and got sub 3 hours. These runners amaze me with how easy they can make palace skip look. You guys are great. Good luck with the run.
Thank you, thank you.
We also have $5 from Princess Peach.
Princess Peach.
Peach says, "Hi, Mario. I'm in this weird space station place. Also, I met this weird pirate-looking guy who keeps going on about this red skull gem and how he also owns a boatload of ships. Pun intended. Anyways, come help me. I'm losing my sanity talking to this guy."
We actually won't have any Flavio cutscenes with Peach, unfortunately. But anyways,
Oopsie.
it's okay. Frankly, can be Flavio.
Oh, we have $250 from Pivanka,
Wow.
who says, "Shout out to Yoshizilla doing speedrunning at 4 a.m.
Shouts to Pavanka for that
Yes.
$250 donation.
So what's really going on in this scene here is that Peach is learning kind of a really dark secret about the Thousand-Year Door and what Grotus, the name of the villain leader of the X-Nauts, the big evil group in this game, because it's not Bowser. Basically what they're planning to do, and they're basically going to take her and relocate her at this time. Peach is trying to send out a memo to Mario, very important information, but she gets cut off.
We've been
Because
compromised.
they need her now. And
Frankly,
they
you
basically
get
know
there?
Mario's gonna
Frankly
come in
is
Chapter
working
7,
with
so-
him, clearly.
Frankly, you get there?
Frankly, no.
I don't think I've ever seen him be inside Grotus.
Yeah, just kind of phases through. Even in the camera, he's there. And unfortunately, oh no, they deleted System 32. Now Tech can't run properly.
They RM-RF'd.
That's unfortunate. Oh shoot, I need to actually save during the next cutscene. So crowd, I'm gonna need your help. I'm gonna need you, like, as soon as like the Bowser cutscene is over, just to tell me to save, okay? Okay.
Yoshi, save.
Okay, wait, no, not
Yoshi.
yet. I'm gonna forget.
Save.
All right, here
Hey,
we
Yoshi,
get...
you might want to save.
You're right. Frankly, you were just in space. What are you doing?
Yeah. So here we're going to get what's normally the third, but will be the only one we see in any percent of the Bowser platforming sections. I like these sections because I feel like they very perfectly capture how terrible SMB1 physics are.
That was not the direction I was expecting that to go. Honestly, these were kind of a nice touch at the time because New Super Mario Brothers hadn't come out, and the last like 2D Super Mario Brothers game was, I think, Super Mario World a whole 13 years before.
And we got Super Mario Bros. Later with GT Ace. So that's gonna be awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and just avoid all these X-Nauts. The fastest time we can get is a 154, which is actually pretty easy to do. Granted, I don't get hit. There's this dreaded like final X-Naught that can really just mess you up. Let's see.
He's a meanie.
There we
All
go.
right, nice.
Oh, and look in the castle. Hi, Frankly.
What?
Is Bowser just
Wait, I thought he was working with Grotus.
I thought he was too. Now he's working with
He's still
Bowser?
playing all sides, man.
Oh my gosh. Is he like a double agent, a triple agent, a quadruple agent?
At
What is
least
he?
a triple.
He's chaotic neutral.
Yo, we're in like a gym. Shouts to this hotel that has a gym on the 4th floor.
All right, and this cutscene
And
in
the
English
Gold
has the
Star.
best text box in the game,
It really does.
which is just pain, period.
Yeah.
So it's really a mood.
Yo, we got flat like paper.
Do y'all want a fun donation?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay, we have $25 from Adam, who says, "Hey, it's me, your other girlfriend." That first donation
Wait,
from...
wait, guys, I need to do something. What did I need to do?
Save.
Save.
Oh,
Save?
okay, I need to
Okay.
save. Okay, I'll save. There we go, I saved. All right, continue, Fu.
Oh, okay, sure, great. That first donation from an Adam wasn't me, imposter. I can't believe this. Unacceptable that someone else has the same name as me. I would have sworn I was special. Anyways, there's a couple of us guys watching the stream, so don't mess up or else we will never let you live it down. Haha, smiley face. So yeah, just remember, don't touch the gate. I will tell Michael that you did, and he will be very upset.
He will.
Also, my mom says hi. She saw me watching the interview earlier.
Fair enough. All right, but now it is time for Blimp Ticket Skip. So we're gonna do that unspin jump again, but it's a lot easier.
Yeah, so this is the entire reason that we beat Chapter 6, is just to basically come into Rogueboard Station off the train here. And what we're going to do here is, as Yoshi said, we're going to clip in here. Similar to TRE, except it's straight up. The only difficult part is you have to find the crack and get Mario into it.
Yeah. There we go. Okay,
Yeah.
so now.
And then once we clip here, we're going to be out of bounds underneath the train on the tracks, and we're going to set up a super jump out of bounds by using the trigger for the email from Peach. So we're going to hit that email trigger after firing Coops,
All right, that should be good.
and that should give us jump storage.
All right, if I got this, then I will start levitating again.
And he's going to do a super swaggy super
Right
jump.
over this tall barrier.
Yep. This tall invisible wall, which is 10 times Mario's normal jump height.
And we can now go to Chapter 3 without the blimp ticket.
Yeah.
That is one of the biggest time saves.
Yeah, this was like the
Since,
last big time save that got found that people said, it's not going to get found, but we found it, and it's awesome. And the great thing about it is there's that save right before, so if you mess up, because if you mess up that jump storage, runs basically over.
Yeah.
So
You know what, though? Like,
Yeah.
Blitzville kind of sucks. I think you should just leave again. We don't need to...
it's not even called Glitzville, it's called Oolong
Oh, yeah,
Town.
true. Oolong Town. Yeah, you should probably just leave again.
Yeah, I'm
though.
gonna
like,
leave. I'm gonna leave. Yeah, I don't.
yeah,
I don't
we don't actually need to be.
Yeah, we didn't need to be here. And even though I didn't get the blimp ticket, I still have it. Maybe a friend gave it to me.
Okay, actually, we do need to leave here. But
Yeah.
So the reason you need to leave here is that normally after you beat Chapter 3 in your sequences, like post-Chapter 3, they don't let you go back into the Blitz pit to be like the returning champion until you leave Blitzville and come back. And that's a
Yeah.
flag. So even though we came here like post-Chapter 6, we never set that flag that we left Blitzville. So we have to leave Blitzville and come back.
Yeah. A little note: this cutscene's actually shorter on the Japanese version, and like, I'm sorry, it's longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
That blimp goes slower, for whatever reason.
It's so slow.
Yeah, it's so slow. But now we're going back to Glitzville, where we get to fight a bunch of enemies in order to become the champion. One good thing about this chapter is it's actually impossible to game over except for the final boss.
But we're not even gonna get that far.
Yeah, we're not going to get that far. I honestly think, we should get the Yoshi Kid.
The other cool thing about this chapter is if your run didn't die to TRE, it dies to this chapter.
Yep. Because you get amazing conditions like don't attack for the first 3 turns or take damage 5 times. I probably shouldn't have said that because now I'm going to manifest it, but it's okay. Crowd, just like put your hands together and pray to the RNG gods that, it's not too bad. But this
like
is
that
where,
crowd out there in the lobby did.
Yeah, exactly.
So actually, most of the route is basically the way to get here as early as possible because we need to get the Yoshi Kid in order to perform Palace Skip to beat the game. In order to do that, in order to get Yoshi, we need to go through 10 fights in Minor League. Each fight has a certain condition that you have to follow that is chosen at random. Some of them are meaningless. We're going to follow them anyway. Some of them are really bad. Like, as he said, don't attack for 3 turns, take damage 5 times, or don't use items because we're going to use a lot of fright masks.
Yeah, exactly.
On some, don't use FP can be really bad. Use a special move is often just a time waste because the special moves are really slow to use.
Yeah, so this is where we're gonna have to like learn a little bit of Japanese, and by that I mean we just recognize symbols. There's certain symbols that we look for that just allow us to memorize this. Like this condition is don't jump with Mario, or just don't jump. So what I look for is I look for basically kind of like a crying face, and that just tells me, okay, don't jump with Mario. Perfect. There's like a bunch of other ways. There's like I think there's like a resource on the 1000-Year Door speedrun.com like page that like has all of them, and they circle what you should look for. It's really personal preference what you want to look for, but like I think we use mostly the same thing. Like the number ones are the really easy ones because it'll be like 20 is win the battle before taking 20 HP of damage. There's like a 3 in a square, which means like appeal 3 times. There's a 5 in a square, which is appeal 3 or take damage 5 times. This one is don't use hammer, so that is completely fine. And what I look for is there's like a character that's like this, kind of looks like a volcano.
Yeah.
Tells-
Now in terms
Yeah,
of
that would
routing,
be-
a lot of these fights we want to use fright masks on, right? Which we used on the Goomba trio at the beginning of the run to make them run away.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of these don't have a 100% chance to run, so occasionally you'll get a dink where they just don't run away. You could use an extra one if you have more, or you just kill them.
Yeah, I have 2 extra.
The tricky thing here, though, is that
Wow.
that's
unlucky.
All right, let's use another one.
the tricky thing here, though, is that our star points routing ideally is a little precise. So we want to end this at level 3, but less than 5 star points, because way later on in Chapter 8, you have to fight Grotus and Bowser back to back. And since, as we mentioned with Mega Rush earlier, you want to have you get 1 HP to have that trigger, if you level up on Grotus and it fully heals your HP, when you go into the Bowser fight, that's very bad.
Yeah.
And you have
It's
to do
kind
a
of
backup
ironic.
that's not really very ideal. So that's why we want to leave this with low star points.
Yeah. What we're gonna
It's
say,
kind of ironic
GhostKumo?
because you want to be at low health going into that fight in the speed run, but like a lot of people casually, like that was one of the hardest fights in the game. So like they actually set up their HP or their star points that they level up on Grotus to get the heal for Bowser.
Yeah.
So-
We got the first kind of bad condition. We got appeal 3 times. It's not too bad, but I'm gonna actually swap Koops in front just to make sure I avoid that.
There's some very bad ones, like don't use items means you can't use a Fright Mask. So in situations like that where you're forced to actually kill the enemies and get more star points, that can be really bad. You'll have to end up doing this backup strat that's like not as reliable.
Yeah, there is actually, because we're going to be getting Flavio, our star points are going to be kind of messed up anyways.
That's true.
So I have an extra fight routed in where we just kill them instantly. And we'll level 1 extra, which doesn't actually affect the run too badly. It'll give Mario 5 extra HP, but that's completely fine. But yeah, so most of these fights we're just going to be kind of like going through and just, trying to, get good conditions. And by the way, right now, frankly, is a Yoshi egg. You might not be able to tell, but during this sequence, the Yoshi egg just kind of like spawns in and follows you. But because we have Frankly, he kind of just, doesn't get updated.
Yeah, and then when at the end when the egg hatches, it just deletes your followers. So it's just gonna delete Frankly.
We're gonna have to say goodbye to Frankly soon, but it's okay.
We're gonna
'cause
say hi to Flavio.
We'll say hi to Flavio. All right, let's see what this is. That is don't attack for the first 3 turns.
See, I love when I'm playing a video game and the video game says to not play it.
Yep.
Exactly. It's so amazing. I wonder if I should maybe just run away, because if you run away, you can reset the condition.
But then you risk just getting the bad condition again.
Yeah, that is true. So we'll go ahead and just not attack for the first 3 turns. So why don't you read some donations while we have to delay the attacking?
Yeah, absolutely. Also, I think it's really interesting that the game is able to kind of mix the like return to the glitz bit with like the original version. Like you're kind of getting cutscenes from the first trip, but then it's just Jolene for the second. It's
What?
Yeah, because a lot of them are like controlled by flags.
Yeah.
You can rank up and then rank back down, rank back up, and it doesn't play the cutscene again. So
Sure.
yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so we have $10 from Forbezilla, who says, staying up late to catch TTYD. This is my sister and I's favorite game. I remember playing with her as a kid. She would play, and I would have the guidebook to help. I mean, why not? And we have $25 from Nick O, who says, it's fast. There's Mario. He's paper. What's not to love? We also have $50 from Ian, who says, donating for my favorite game of all time. I went to bed early and set an alarm just so I could wake up and see this run. This game is near and dear to my heart, and I always love seeing it on the big stage. Putting this donation towards the Goof Troop incentive. When I was little, my mom and I would play video games together, and Goof Troop was an all-time favorite. So I'm looking forward to seeing the absurdity that GDQ will bring to the run.
So unfortunately, that Dullbone spawned 2 extra ones, so we've got a little bit of extra star points. The good thing is star points aren't going to actually be a huge deal because of the fact that we're routing in an extra fight. So thankfully, I won't have to worry too much about it. I will try and keep note of the star points. But yeah, by the way, something's going on right here. There's someone who got hurt. Granted, we are like in like a fighting ring, so I guess someone was bound to get hurt.
It's a
There's
brutal
sort of an
sport.
irony. Sorry, go on.
The silver lining with the don't attack for 3 turns is the battle theme is a banger, and you get to hear it for longer.
True.
Yeah, we got a very
It's sort
easy
of
condition right here.
Sort of irony of the speed run of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door has always been that, like, I mean, people love Chapter 3. Usually places amongst people's favorites.
It's
but
my
it's kind
favorite
of the worst
casually.
in the
It's my
speed
favorite
run.
casually. Sucks in the speed run.
It's so
And it's
bad.
just there's a lot of things that it's like they're inverted for the speed run. Like stuff that was bad is actually kind of nice in the speed run. Stuff that was good in casual is like it doesn't translate to speed run stuff very well. It's like it's a really neat idea and set, but it's the conditions.
The exception
of
is
the fight.
Chapter 2, which is just awful in every case.
It's nice in 90% because you don't have to do nearly as much of it.
All right, we're about halfway through the minor league, so let's see what these next conditions are. Let's go ahead and see what we get. There's a few where we will actually kill the enemies and a few where we'll fright mask them. Don't use FP. That's fine. I don't think we have to use FP like on any more of these fights, so it's pretty good. So you can probably read some more donations if you'd like. Oh, go ahead, Ghost.
I was going to say, kind of you're mentioning how banger the battle theme of this game is. For those of you who are interested in video game music trivia, so basically all of the Paper Mario games have been concurrent with basically whoever was composing Fire Emblem at the time. Like the first two Paper Marios was Yuka Tsujiyoko, who did like Fire Emblem up until I think 7 or 8. And then when you get to like Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, that's around the time like Super Paper Mario was being made, so there's overlap with composers there. Origami King, I believe, has overlap with Fire Emblem Engage. Color Splash has overlap with Three Houses. So yeah, there's a lot of soundtrack overlap if you know where to look for it.
Yeah, real quickly before I have Fu read donation, should I fright mask the Punk Rocks? I'm at 89 star points, so I think the rat says you should fright mask it potentially.
I think that's assuming you don't do the Flavio encounter.
That is true. I guess it doesn't really matter. Don't tackle partner. But anyways, Fu, go ahead and read some more donations.
No problem. I know we are excited for Flavio. We do have a $5 donation from Zoc Gaming who says, TTYD is my personal favorite Mario RPG, so I will gladly stay up until 6 a.m. watching it. Flavio will be worth the 7 minutes. Trust me.
Yep.
Right? Also, $30 from Alpha Dolphin. Who
Yo,
says,
Alpha Dolphin.
Hi, Yoshers and GDQers. Just wanted to send good vibes and say that this event has been amazing to watch so far. Although it's not helping my insomnia. Good luck on the rest of the run. Y'all are doing great.
Alpha Dolphin is a Sonic speedrunner, so shouts to Sonic.
Mm-hmm. We do have a trivia question that came in, which is very exciting for me.
Go for it.
$10 from Mega Freak 400 who says, trivia. Okay, how about this one? Okay. Which two partners for Paper Mario 64 reappear in this game?
That would be Parakarry in the intro, and then Bo.
And Bo. Where does Bo show up again?
So she shows up in Postly Sanctum as a post-game thing. She appears after you beat Shadow Queen.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Sanctum, but yeah.
Outside the Sanctum, yeah.
I love that. That's right.
All right. Funny enough, I think, thankfully it doesn't matter because of like Flavio being routed in, but I think normally if this was like a normal run, I'd actually be 1 star point over. But that's fine because, so Flavio is actually kind of helping this run.
Yeah, so actually kind of something to mention with the levels. It doesn't matter in any percent anymore, but it used to be when you did more of the game, levels played more into the route. When you hit level 10 in this game, you get like a rank up, and that affects things that can happen in battle. And there's more bad things than good things that can come from that in the run. So it used to be like kind of tight that you didn't want to hit level 10 in the speed run.
It still matters for pit runs.
Yeah. So thankfully, not ever coming anywhere close to level 10 anymore.
Yeah, we're not coming up on our last fight. The good thing about this is even if you don't use items in this fight, you can actually just let them steal your coins and items and you'll be fine. I don't want to get don't use items, but we'll see. Okay, I got don't use a special move. So besides that one, besides some of the Fright Mask fails and considering, I got don't attack for the first 3 turns on one of them, not a bad chapter 3.
Yeah, it was fine.
Unfortunately, I have the curse of having a PB that had like a really great chapter 3. So, I come into this and I'm just like, oh, that's cool. I'm, -2, or I'm 2 minutes behind.
It's the curse.
Mine has the opposite curse of the other big RNG section went perfectly.
All right, so that's fine.
But
So
minor league was awful.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let him steal some items. RNG. Okay, cool. Bye, mushroom. Yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead.
I was reviewing Sway's VOD for commentary prep, and like 3 times in the run, you're like, this isn't gonna PB. And then just the best palace skip of your life.
All right, so I have no items right now. That's fine. So that's the end of minor league. So now is the great part where we get to figure out how good this minor league was, or just kind of like how this run is going overall. I mean, hey, we're having a great time anyways. But the Yoshi color kind of determines like how good your run is. Like, what's like the best color to get? Like
Green.
Green.
Yeah, green.
So normally
it's
how
under
it
6
works
minutes.
is when you get the egg, it kind of
Double-joint.
remembers the in-game time when you got the egg, and then there's like a 20-minute cycle of various times that map to various colors. Because we never actually get the egg, it just kind of goes from the beginning of the game, looping through the
I love this scene because there's 2 Jolenes in
Yeah.
there, and then there's also just I love the like Bat comes in. He's like, "Hey, I'm the new minor league fighter, everybody," and then his condition is. Like you've been getting all these conditions that have been making it difficult for you, and then his is do a triple flip and meow.
Yeah. So this fight
Sounds
we're
easy,
actually
right?
gonna yeah, it sounds easy.
I mean, he's a bat, so
Yeah. Oh, and Grubba's now the host again. I thought it was Jolene. Yeah, whatever. So this fight's actually not possible without the Yoshi kid. So we're unfortunately gonna, we can either die or run away. It's faster to run away. I'm pretty sure based on what's going on, like and how this run has gone, I think I'm gonna get like blue Yoshi maybe. What is it? It goes green, red.
green, red, blue, orange,
Please not pink. I don't want pink.
white, black, I think.
I think it's black white.
Okay.
I think
black.
white
Oh, yeah,
is
black,
the last
white,
one.
yeah.
All right.
The first
so,
6 minutes are green, and then I think the next 5 are red, and then it's like
Yeah,
3
something
for
like that.
orange, and then 2, 1,
Yeah.
1 for like.
Because
These guys are
CRE
bars.
took a while, it'll probably be blue.
Yeah, it might be blue.
Maybe red.
Maybe pink or orange. I don't want it to be pink. Pink is not a. Listen,
Okay, pink is like the best one, low key.
okay, pink's
Pink or
is a
orange?
good color, but I don't really like the hairstyle. I don't know. It's just a horn, but let's see what color I get. Okay, orange.
Orange boy. Orange
That's
is a
my
good one.
favorite.
Oh, that was totally planned. Totally planned. Just-
Totally play. Oh my gosh,
Totally
thank you so much. He's so cute.
You can actually name the Yoshi kid whatever you want. It defaults to Chibi Yoshi when you just press start. But there we go. This is technically our final partner in the run, but we're gonna get one more partner because incentives, which by the way, we no longer have Frankly. So that can only mean we have to replace Frankly with someone probably better.
Does that mean we're gonna do bomb squad strands?
No, we can't.
I wish we could.
All right, so yeah, we have no reason to be in Chapter 3 anymore. We got what we need. We got the Yoshi kid. Let's go ahead and leave. So normally I think the way we would count is after 3 it's 7, but I
Right.
think 5 comes next this time. I think
Yeah.
for this specific event, 5 comes
Yeah,
next.
that sounds
Yeah.
fine to me.
All right, so I am going to go ahead and go into the shop and buy a bunch of point swaps. A few of them we need, a few of them are just extra. I don't know if I'll actually quite fill up my inventory.
Yeah, so point swaps are an item you can use in battle, and it swaps a character's HP with FP. And this is going to be really useful for manipulating peril or 1 HP setups to activate Mega Rush, because earlier we got the Double Dip badge, which is a badge that allows Mario to use 2 items in 1 turn at the cost of 4 FP. And since we have 5 max FP, we can use Double Dip, go down to 1 FP, use point swap, and Yoshi's at 1 HP.
And now we can do jump storage with Yoshi by just doing that. And let's just go ahead and woohoo!
Yeah, seems reasonable.
Little small time save right there to get the Power Rush partner badge. We're actually not going to be putting that on the Yoshi kit. We're actually going to be selling most of these badges now for coins. So we're going to go back to Rogueport and we're going to be selling a bunch of coins. And then we're gonna show you how to make your Yoshi really overpowered.
Yeah.
You
By,
said power rush.
like,
That's actually
gambling, but
power
not
plus. We
actually
will get
gambling.
power rush later.
Yeah. What was that, Ghost?
Sorry. Yeah, the audio delay here does make this a little bit more difficult. Apologies.
You're good.
So it was power plus. So we're gonna get power rush badges later, but the power plus badges sells for a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually like the badging order was actually routed a little differently. We actually used to get a bunch of other badges that we'd sell, but then we just kind of realized, why don't we just get like Power Plus Partner? And then we did. And now we can actually skip a few badges that we don't need in the run anymore, which is nice because some of them are really annoying to get, especially that close call.
So finally, we're going to talk to Frankie about his trouble. you know?
Yeah, what was it? He like lost his wedding ring.
Yeah. You know, I could kind of see how he lost his wedding ring here, right? Like it seems like a reasonable place to lose it.
Yeah, a very reasonable place. But before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and sell some of the badges to have a lot of coins. Let's see, is it on sale? It's not on sale. That's okay. Doesn't actually matter. There's a chance for Power's partner to be on sale. It saves a little bit of time.
Slightly faster to buy it from the table, yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't like affect coins in any way. So we're gonna be selling like all of our badges besides Mega Rush Partner and Double Dip. Those are gonna be very useful later on. So we're gonna go ahead and sell that. Bye bye Power Bounce.
So yeah, on Hooktail, when I said it was our introduction to Power Bounce, yeah, it's our only usage of Power Bounce.
Yeah.
So I have to ask, how many
Bad
people in the
badge, anyway.
community? How many people in the community have lost a run to accidentally selling Mega Rush or you know?
I haven't done that, I don't think.
I haven't done it.
But I'm sure people have.
Surprisingly, I've never accidentally sold the badge I needed.
Yeah. There's other fun ways that we've all lost our runs, probably. Oh, there's the wedding ring.
Yeah, I mean, he was just chilling up there, and I don't know.
I don't know. I think he tried to throw it away.
So the English version of the wedding ring is right there.
Yeah, another little difference.
So yeah, we like to joke that the lore behind that is that Frankie has a stronger arm on English.
Just whoosh. So yeah, now we're coming up to a section where we're going to get one of the cards in order to buy the, well, normally we can play games to get a bunch of Piantas, but we're just gonna buy all of them. So I'm gonna have to buy them for like a good minute or so. So feel free to start throwing in some donations.
I got you. We have $15 from Monado.
Monado, what's up?
Monado. Who says, hey, Yoshi, good luck with the rest of the run tonight. Admittedly, I haven't been watching the full run as I've been asleep, but I set an alarm to make sure I could get this donation in and say hello. It was unfortunate I couldn't be there to catch it in person, but maybe next time. And hi to everyone on commentary and the people on the back couch.
The back couch.
I think I can make out a few of you back there. We've also got $20 from Tippy, who says, happy I was able to be up to catch your run, Yoshi. Good luck on the run, and I hope everyone is having an awesome AGDQ. How are you all holding up out there? We all doing okay? We're awake? Yeah.
Somehow.
We're doing it.
Hey, listen, I am used to the schedule. So outside of, speedrunning and stuff, I work at UPS, and that shift is like 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. So this is normal for me.
I mean, you know me at this point, Yoshi.
Yeah, exactly.
These are prime GhostKumo hours.
Yeah. All right, so now we got a bunch of power rushes. So
Yeah, so Power Rush is a little similar to Mega Rush, but what it does is in this case, if the partner is at less than 5
Yoshi?
HP,
we don't need to do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. There's a little thing that we have to do where we prevent a crash, but because we're getting Flavio, we actually don't need to do that crash prevention. But thank you. Thank you for looking out for me.
yeah. Anyway, so
Forgot we were making
Power
that
Rush.
picture.
Power Rush is if the partner is at less than 5 HP, then they have +2 attack. So right now we have 5 of those.
Yeah. So you can do the math. So 5 times 2 plus 5. That's a lot of damage.
+1.
Oh yeah. +1 because it's the base attack.
It's a lot of damage.
All right, so this is where we're going to be diverting a bit. And hey, listen, I'm going to need a Flavio chant whenever we get Flavio because I want to know, only when we get Flavio. I'll let you guys know when we officially get him, but we need a Flavio chant because I need to see how much you all love Flavio. So yeah, normally this is not what we do in the run, but hey, incentives are nice encounter.
So we're going to do a little bit of the first part of Chapter 5 here. We're going to do a trick called Bobbery Early, which is a kind of peculiar trick. So this makes use of the fact that in this game, when you have actors that should be in a room but are unloaded, the game actually puts them at 0, 0, -1,000, straight under the center of the room. So what we're going to do is we're going to use a super jump to get out of bounds and then walk just off the edge and then run back in and touch an ember that is unloaded underneath the ground. And that's normally the ember fights, like the embers that are circling around Bobbery when he's in the tree. and
Yeah.
fight them down here, it still works as normal. And then you can
There's
hit
the wedding ring again.
Well, I think the ember you hit is actually not the ones that circle
Right.
out. I think it's the ones that,
Yeah,
that
that's
when you fail the, or like when you do the puzzle to enter the grotto incorrectly.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and there's actually a few different ways to do this. This is like the easiest and I think kind of the fastest. So we're gonna go ahead and line up and then there we go. First try.
Very nice.
So yeah, it's a nice little trick that we normally don't get to see, but we do get to see for this run.
I still don't understand the behavior of that pink fuzzy in the previous room. It's just like, it's so erratic in like every version of this game, I swear.
Yes.
So there we go. Oh no, we got so many extra star points. What am I gonna do?
What are we gonna do?
Yeah. All right, so let's just go ahead and smack this tree. Hi, Bobbery.
Yeah, so now we're just at this point in Chapter 5.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of back and forth right here.
Also, has anyone pointed out the wedding ring? Just
Yeah,
casually
I
sitting-
just did. It's the wedding ring's just right there. He lost it again. That's actually technically the first time he loses it, and the trouble is the
Get the
second time he
coconut.
loses it. Yeah, I'll get the coconut.
I always forget.
Yeah, so we're gonna do just a little bit of back and forth. So you can go ahead and start reading some more donations.
First, I gotta shout out how much stronger Frankie's arm got.
Oh yeah, he threw it all the way to the island. But yeah, go ahead, Fu. Read some donations. Knock yourself out.
I love this lore behind Frankie. I've never heard this before. Also, I didn't know the Japanese difference when it's sitting up on that like ledge, and I've never thought to jump up there. I don't know why. So we have $50 coming in from Goomzilla.
Yo, Goomzilla.
It says, "Hey Yoshi, it's great to catch you live at GDQ. The run is going great so far, and I hope you smash the rest of the tricks."
Thanks. Goomzilla is actually kind of the inspiration behind my name. When I was younger, I started a YouTube channel where I did videos that he also did, and I wanted my channel name to have him as an inspiration. So I decided to include Zilla in my name, and you know, I liked Yoshi, so I was like, Yoshizilla. So contrary to popular belief, Yoshizilla is not because I like Godzilla. I'm gonna make a lot of people mad. I've never seen a Godzilla movie.
And this is why you have the
neither
nickname
have
of
I.
the Ill Zill.
That's true. All right, go ahead and continue, Fu.
Hey, no problem. We have $50 from he who Amar is myself. There we go. I think that's right. Who says, "Hello from the night shift. Couldn't miss tonight's runs. It's just hit after hit." I agree. This evening has been so good with runs. And just want to mention the Goof Troop incentive really quick. For Goof Troop to upgrade to the hardest difficulty, we've hit over 20% so far, which is awesome. So I just wanted to update you all. That is over $1,500 out of the $7,000 that we need for later on this morning. That's going to be closer to like 9 a.m. So for those who are either up for the day or staying up all night, there's your next incentive.
There you go.
Would you like another donation?
Go for it.
Alrighty. We've also got $25 from Harry, who says, "My mom, sister, and I used to play Paper Mario late at night, way past bedtime." You know, like right now.
Like right now.
My mom printed out the walkthrough from the internet, and we read it out loud to her as she played. Thanks for the late night memories.
Of course.
That's
Now we got
adorable.
Bobbery. So yeah, Bobbery is a partner we don't usually get in any percent, but is a partner we're getting right now. He's pretty useful, you know, casually. He's only going to be useful for one part of the run where we normally have to prevent a crash without him, but this time we are just going to use him. He's
All
not-
right, that's why you don't have to prevent it.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you forget about that
Yeah.
part? Yeah.
I've been thinking about that this whole time.
There you go. So you can rest easy, Sway. Yeah. All right,
Bobbery is
now.
just like one of the best characters in this game, period. Very useful partner casually, but also just a very likable guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to approach kind of the point here where we're supposed to bring Flavio to the entrance of the Pirate's Grotto, but because we opened the blue pipe, we can just leave. And we'll have Flavio.
Yeah. So.
And would you guys like Flavio?
Yeah. Do
You guys all know what you gotta do.
Yeah, a lot more of
Yeah,
it.
hold on.
What did
hold,
Yoshi tell
hold.
you to do?
Okay, hold. We gotta wait for the text, the confirmation text. All right, and we got Flavio.
Yo.
Oh, thank you, Tech. That's lovely.
Flavio, 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 Flavio.
I don't know if y'all can see the full feed of the stream, but check out the category name if you can.
Oh my gosh, I just noticed that.
Any percent plus Flavio.
Hopefully that means
That's
this might be a
amazing.
new world record.
Thank you, GDQ.
We gotta follow up on Bobby's world record.
Yo, is this
and get
gonna be
another one
any
of
percent Flavio world record? All right, so now we're gonna be going to chapter 7. Let's go ahead and.
We gotta go buy a little badge first, though.
Actually, no, we're gonna buy it later. We're gonna.
Oh
Wait.
yeah, right. Okay.
I guess we could buy it now. I don't know. We'll just wait.
I don't know if we have the star pieces yet.
Yeah. All
I
right.
never knew as a kid that you could blow that up.
Go away. I don't need to. I don't need to. Oh, you have so much text.
He just wants to teach you about stylish moves.
That is true. But yeah, so I guess to explain a little bit about the Flavio glitch. So because Flavio's only set to follow you for a certain like a short period of time, but because we never go to the sequence where Flavio leaves, he's just with us and for the entire game. And you're gonna see him in very funny ways in cutscenes, which is exactly why this is an incentive that I had to submit, even if it took us 7 more minutes. But we all love Flavio.
So now we have the elevator key, so we can activate this elevator, and that sets our sequence back to chapter 7, so we can just finish the chapter here.
Yeah. Bye, Flavio.
Oh, he'll be
I thought
back.
we were supposed
He'll
to
be
have
back.
him.
He'll be back. Hi, Flavio.
Oh, okay.
All right, so right here is going to be called Fast Tile Room. I do this a little differently just because I can never get the fast strat. So right here, I got on Yoshi and immediately got off, and this makes these tiles a lot faster. The optimal way to do this is to basically hover right here with Yoshi to get on them, which it should.
Saves very little over just doing this. But
Yeah.
So this is another version difference too. There's only 2 tiles on Japanese, and it's a lot harder than 3.
Poor Flavio did not
Yeah,
sign
Flavio
up.
was kind of getting zapped there.
That's what he deserves.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and do another super jump right here. Set it up. Oh, there we go. One more. All right, there we go. So need to make sure I don't jump at all. So I'm gonna be taking these inputs very safe.
Yeah. This is actually very important.
Yeah, it skips.
Yeah.
It's not required, but it saves a decent amount of time. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. I do need to make sure I prevent the crash though, because
Remember to do that.
what is the exact reason why that crashes when you don't hit the switch?
It's because the conveyor belt is making a sound when it's activated, and when you go through the door, it just assumes that it's activated and tries to unload it.
Okay.
So
yeah.
if it's not activated, it's just gonna touch some random memory, and it might crash the game.
Yeah.
The way you would prevent this
we're-
crash if you don't have Bobbery is you just enter and leave West Side goods, and that sets the flags such that you will never crash unless you buy more than 1 item in there. Then you have to enter again, then leave.
There we go. Just super
this
jump all the
whole-
way up there. Oh wait, I want to go and save. Well, you
Yeah,
are in a
saving's a
horrible
really good
spot. You are in a horrible spot, sir.
Yeah, this whole room is kind of this lengthy puzzle. They want you to use Bobbery. I think they want you to use Vivian, who
Yeah, you're supposed to
sadly,
use Vivian to
yeah,
get
they want you
under
to use
this gate.
Vivian to
Who's
get past that
Vivian?
gate.
Yeah. Who?
Vivian, my beloved.
Yeah, chapter 4 is the only chapter we just never are involved with. So, hey, we never see Vivian in the run except for I think maybe one cutscene. Sadly,
It's kind of nice for this run because it's the least broken chapter.
Yeah,
chapter
exactly.
4 is it is a
There's
hallway. that
one
you go
skip
back
you
and
can do
forth.
that saves 30 seconds, and that's it.
Yeah, it is
well,
a
except in
hallway that you
100%.
go back and forth.
Yeah, exactly. So one thing I actually need to note that is a route change. So normally you're at 5 FP for this, and what you would do is you would make use of that double dip and point swap, where you're going to see Yoshi do a bunch of damage, but I actually don't need to use the double dip because,
Use the Ultra Hammer on the Ember.
yeah, I used the Ultra Hammer on the Ember, so yeah, I made sure to route that in. So we're gonna go
Do you
ahead.
swap first, or?
No, we don't need to swap. Yeah, we need to take at least 1 hit in this fight.
Yeah. So Magnus 2. Luckily, from this point on, the bosses are not super random and are kind of scripted, so we can make use of that in terms of routing them.
Yo, it's Paper Flavio and Coops.
Yeah.
Mario's gone.
Yeah. So at Magnus 2, how he works is the first attack that he does will always be his drill attack. And then every turn after that, if you've done any damage to him at all, he will detach his fists, which will take up his whole turn and he'll do nothing. So what we're going to do is... I'm actually not 100% sure what we're going to do here.
Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and... So we're first going to switch to just a random partner. It's fast, and then this. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and block. Who's ready for an overpowered Yoshi?
Yeah. Okay, so now on this turn, we're going to point swap and do a full ground pound. And Yoshi's base attack, the ground pound, does 4 hits. So the first one will do 16 minus his 2 defense.
All right, get ready. Time for a powerful Yoshi.
And then 1 less per hit after that. So he's going to do a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
So that's 50 in 1 hit. For reference, what that's normally supposed to do is 4.
Go ahead and do a little safety right here. Just to heal Mario up a little bit.
Yeah, sure.
All right, so I don't actually need to finish this, so I'm just going to go ahead and do it right there.
2 hits.
Bye, Magnus. So, Yoshi's overpowered.
Yep.
Yeah, he's only really powerful in this hyper-specific scenario of you having 1 HP and having deliberately gone out of your way to get a ton of Power Rush badges. But, yeah, this specific situation we set up is pretty key. Actually, one of the things we haven't really touched on, the differences between the Japanese and English versions, is that when you end a chapter, if you didn't level up on the chapter boss, in the English version, North American version, you fully heal at the end of a chapter. But in the Japanese version, you retain all of your original stats. So his HP and FP are going to be at the same.
Yeah, nothing's going to reset.
Yeah, which, you know, that would be why he held up Mario, so that Mario will be at 10. And it's also very nice in this case because Yoshi's going to stay at 1 HP instead of healing up to 10 and having to get down to 1 HP again later.
Yep. But there we go. Chapter 7 is over. So next is definitely 8. That's the way we do it, right?
Yeah.
Hi, Flavio.
Say a little review. How do you count again?
All right, let's see. You go 0, you go 1, you go, let's see. I gotta think for a bit. You go 7, then you go 2, then 6, then 3. In this case, we go 5.
Yeah, you do 5
Then
next if
7,
you're
then-
feeling saucy.
Yeah, if you're feeling.
So
yeah.
we got all the stars, right? Because we counted up to 7. We must have them all. At this
Yeah, we
point.
must have
Yep.
them all.
Yeah.
Ooh, Bowser's about to get a Crystal Star, even though it's actually a red herring. And now
Looks
Flavio
orange to me,
can't.
though.
Yeah, Flavio can't choose a side now.
Yeah, when it comes to counting star-shaped objects, you count 1, 6, 7. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Right, so on a more serious note, the only requirement to open the door to go into Chapter 8 is to be at the sequence point after Chapter 7.
Yeah, we don't
That's
need all
it.
the crystal
It
stars.
does not check what crystal stars you have.
Yeah, and if I reset at some point, because there is RNG that will come up later, you will actually see my file where I only have 3 of the crystal stars. It's pretty good. But yeah, we are about to head into Chapter 8 after some cutscenes. So you can go ahead and take it away with some donations.
Sure thing. We do have $54 from Inquiry again. Welcome back. Who says 515,000 get? So we've hit over $515,000 this evening, which is amazing.
Nice.
Thank you all for your amazing support. I love to see it. I want to keep going. I want to see that Goof Troop hardest difficulty. Wake up to like a little Goof Troop. Okay, we've also got $25 from Thunka10, who says, I can't believe I stayed up all night for Paper Mario. As soon as it's over, I'll take 1,000 years snore.
Yeah, same.
Yep, same.
The story just here is that Tech was able to revert just enough power from like backup and load up his like backup drives. So he is going to send just enough power to activate the teleporter room one last time.
Yeah, even if you know about the teleporter when you come here, you actually can't get into it for some reason. It like deactivates because it's supposed to be like, hey, go visit Tech. He'll tell you about the teleporter that you already knew about.
Yeah.
I mean, the X-Nauts have all left the base. Like, actually, it's kind of part of their strategy is they realize, well, we can't find the crystal stars of our own, but what if we get the person fighting us to like fight.
Hi, Flavio.
Yeah, like Grotus actually leaves it
up.
in Crump's care because Crump is incompetent.
So never mind. I guess
I mean,
I lied
it's
a
kind
little
of
bit. There is Flavio in that one cutscene.
It is win-win because it's like if Crump manages to win, he has all the stars. If Mario manages to win, well, he can use a little bit of a trick to get what he wants. We'll get to that a little bit later. But yeah, now we need to head to the 1,000-year door and present all 7 crystal stars, which are the keys
Which we
to
definitely
opening
have.
it.
Yeah, we
And
definitely have all
originally-
7. I think we have all 7.
Yes, we have collected all 7. We have beaten all 7 chapters and gotten all 7 crystal stars.
Wow, it's only been like
kind of
a
the
few hours.
Yeah, kind of the twist that the game has done is like you think that the 1,000-year door is supposed to be like, you know, some big grand treasure, but you find out over the course of the game that it's actually like a giant sealed evil, and we basically need to go in there and defeat the
Hi,
evil
Flavio.
before like
Flavio in space. We'll never know what Flavio's true intentions are.
Flavio.
Yeah,
Frankly's working all
machinations of his
sides, right?
mind.
He's trying to come out on top. I
Yeah.
don't even know what Flavio is trying to do.
He's gonna take like a
machinations
super.
of his mind are an enigma.
Yeah, he's gonna like take a super Paper Mario like twist.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we all like Frankly, right? Well, we get to see him here.
Wait, I thought Frankly was gone. Didn't he hatch?
Well, he's right here.
Are you sure it's actually Franklin?
I don't know.
Just TTYD speedrun stuff out of context. Didn't Frankly hatch?
Amazing. Normally right here, we actually get a super jump off of this email or a star piece, but because I have Bobbery, I just blew up the thing right there. And now we got Item Hog, which is going to be an important badge that we will maybe use if RNG is friendly. We'll explain it more when we get closer, but we're going to need that to do the final trick of the run known as Palace Skip. But if RNG is really bad, I'm going to use a backup save where it will completely negate the RNG.
Yeah, we can talk about Palace Skip a bit later, but
Yeah,
It
exactly.
is ultimately one of the most complicated skips. It's not actually the hardest skip anymore, but it is one of the most complicated, honestly, in speedrunning in general.
it's a
Depends on
very
enemy item,
convoluted
though.
trick.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
All right, because this
Depends
was
on enemy
requested
item
real
drop.
quickly, guys, let's go ahead and pose for the late night run. Let's go ahead and get a quick selfie. You know, it was requested that I do this. All right, everyone, let's see if I can get everyone. There we go. Thank you, guys.
I'm in the
Look,
picture,
there's all
too.
7
I'm-
stars. We got
All 7 stars, we got it. Woo!
Woo!
And Flavio is just happy to be here.
Yeah, now we need to basically go in to stop the evil sealed within from reaching full power and returning to the world when the door inevitably breaks anyway. I don't know, there's some weird stuff to the story in the mid-games. They're like, why would we open
It's a
this if
bit
there's a bad thing
strange.
there?
There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, what are we doing? There we go. There's the 1,000-year door.
I love the effect of like this thing is so powerful and so old that like the room cracks when you open the door.
Yeah.
Let's go in. But Flavio's not allowed to go in.
Yeah. No, we gotta leave him behind.
Yeah, we gotta leave him
It's
behind.
over.
Yeah, bye, Flavio.
Yeah, sorry, we're ditching him.
Yeah, sorry, we're ditching him. Unlucky.
Unlucky.
Yeah, as he says right before he joins you, Flavio hates you all.
That's true. That is accurate.
That is what he said.
That is the exact quote.
I don't know how I never paid attention to this. Apparently the chapters are called
Wait, I
stages
just
in
realized that
Japanese.
any percent plus Flavio plus
Plus math lesson.
Amazing.
Wait, he's in. He got in after
Oh, he
all.
got in. All right, so chapter 8. So we won't be doing all of chapter 8. There's going to be a few stuff that we will be able to do, and then we will get to do the final glitch of the run.
Chapter 8 has some very cool little movement stuff in it.
Yeah, there's a few things that we can skip. Like, there's some gold cans here that you're normally like forced to encounter. There is a way to skip it. It's kind of difficult.
Pretty hard.
Yeah, it involves Mario being paper thin. So let's go ahead and see. So first, I'm gonna
But
actually.
these bullet bills, you can just run in between them.
Oh, what? That was weird. It like worked at
That was
first and then
weird.
didn't. All All right, super guard. That's cool. All right. So I
Super guard you learn by having this happen repeatedly.
yeah, which is why I use the thing. I think I can make it. Oh no, I can't. Okay, let's see if I can get this. All right. Take my time to set this up. Oh, just a little more. There we go.
Nice.
Nice.
Skip right through there. Save a few seconds. We love saving time.
Yeah, so coming up in the next room after this, there's a bunch of fire bars that we have to dodge, and you're supposed to use the tube mode to get under some fire bars at the end of this, which we don't have because we didn't go to chapter 4. First, we do a little hazard respawn glitch there to get to the center of the room really quick. But what we're going to do instead of using tube mode is we're going to lure this ember over to the edge here and hit it with coops from off screen. And then when we run away from it, we'll have invincibility frames. We can just run through the fire bars.
Oh, I jumped. That's good. So yeah, we don't actually have tube mode, so it's a nice mushroom. So we have to actually use some invincibility frames. So yeah, it should be good. I should have enough time to make it. Ooh, it's gonna be kind of close. There we go.
Nice.
So
You actually can get through that without using coops to encounter it, but
No thanks.
you just have to learn like where in the cycle to start the encounter, and you have to be like on like the very right end of the platform.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
This fight right
yeah,
here.
this
we're about to
this
get
looks
into.
very familiar.
Yeah.
Oh shoot,
Where
I
have
missed
seen
it.
this before?
Here's Darkbone.
Yeah, this fight right here actually has one of the coolest strats, I think, for combat in the entire
Come
run.
on, get over here. Get over here. There we go. What were we gonna say, Fu?
I'm just saying, if Flavio is just kind of hanging around with you all and spectating, does that mean Flavio is chat?
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Flavio is chat. All right, very easy fight right here. We're just gonna abuse our para partners. Let's just do that and
Power Shell.
bye-bye.
Give it up for Coops, everybody.
Coops.
And we get 100 star points.
Instant level up.
You can't get more than 100 star points in a fight.
All right, so this is where we're actually going to be leveling up HP. We're going to buff up Mario. All right, so there's a few other things coming up where we can skip 2 more gold cannons, and we're going to pick up some items. But after that is when we're going to call big serious time because the final glitch of the run will be coming up. So for the next few minutes before we start explaining Palace Skip, why don't you read some donations, Fu?
Sure thing. I'm still waiting for some more trivia, you all. That's what I really want to read out. I love trivia. I want Paper Mario trivia. But we do have $10 from King J 0444. What's up, King J?
What's up, King J?
Yeah, who says I've never had more of an existential crisis before in my life by just trying to count to 7. But here we are. I'm learning so much, yet I still have so many questions. Will this be on the test later?
Yes, this will be on the
Yes,
test.
this will be on
Take
the test.
notes, especially on a Palace Skip. That's on the test.
Oh, we do have trivia. Here we go. $25 from Shika Goku, who says more trivia. All right, I got you. Did you know that Koopas resemble real-life turtles? Yes, you did? All right.
Really?
I'm sorry, but what an
entire
awesome
life
run
is a
so
lie.
far.
I should have followed
My
you. Yep.
entire life is a lie.
I know, right?
I appreciate the attempt.
So this is the endless hallway here. Pretty hard puzzle. You just go where the torch is lit. 7 times.
Down, down, up, down, up, down.
That's right.
That's Paper Mario 1.
Yeah, it's using this, and then they bring this type of puzzle style back in Origami King, actually,
They did.
which I really appreciated. We've got a $5 donation from Seb, who says, first time tuning into GDQ, and I'm really impressed with how well this is done. Amazing work you are all doing. Much love from Australia.
Yeah, Australia.
This is like prime time for Australia right now.
Yeah.
All right, you can fit in probably a few more.
I sure could. Alrighty, sweet. We have $25 from Asteroid Panda, who says, hey, cute chat. It's Asteroid Panda, aka Mama Panda. Just your daily reminder to drink your water and get a substantial meal. Oh, and take your medicines if you have any. I love each and every one of you so much. thank you for being alive and getting through all the hard times. I thought that was very, very sweet.
All right, so I guess we'll talk about Palace Skip now.
Yeah, I am looking at the time. I'm gonna only so like I said, the items. So we need an item drop from the Ember coming up, which is like a 21% chance, and it can be really bad.
Yeah.
I think based on the time, I'm actually only gonna give it 2 attempts before I use my backup save. Where I'm gonna try the first attempt and then reload my backup save. I'll have one more attempt on the backup save. But yeah, why don't you go ahead and
Yeah, I'll talk about how this trick works. So what we're gonna do is the first. So the ultimate goal is that we're going to use something called a Yoshi teleport to clip into the floor. And then once we clip into the floor, we're able to touch a loading zone underneath the floor. Because in this part of the palace, there's this hallway, but then later on in Chapter 8, the floor like lowers and this is a whole puzzle area underneath. Now all of that, all the collision under there is unloaded, but the loading zone in the back wall still exists. So by clipping into the floor, we can reach that loading zone and skip a whole bunch of Chapter 8, which also skips collecting a whole bunch of partners and items that we otherwise need to get through it. So how this works is first we need to get something called text storage, which is a state where we have a text box up but have full control of Mario and the game is running as normal. Now normally to do this, we would need to get an item drop and perform something called a delayed
This is where your run would die if you're on pace. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's okay because we'll just get the item drop first try. You know. We'll just.
So this is why we have Item Hog, to increase the chance of an item drop. It's still only 21% on the Japanese version. It's higher in the English version.
I think on both versions, if you don't have Item Hog, it's like a 4-point-something% chance.
Yeah.
So that's why we get that badge.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna use a backup save. Unfortunately, the Yoshi color is gonna change. I think I had red. So we're gonna go ahead and use this backup file. Don't worry, we still have Flavio. we still have Flavio, so we're all good. But yeah, so if I don't get it, then I'm going to basically get the text storage with the Ultra Boots, and then from there, it's going to be serious time. Because this is the final trick of the run, and I would appreciate the hype when we get it.
Yeah. So what's going to happen is after he gets text storage, he's going to 2/3 charge an Ultra Hammer Spin and get into encounter and then run away. And that's going to make it so that Yoshi gets put behind Mario inside the wall.
Yeah, so this is a different way to get text storage with the Ultra Boots. We don't have the Ultra Boots normally, but the item drop is just really just bad, so we did this to negate it. But anyways, so we're gonna go ahead and do some serious time real quickly. That's not gonna work.
Yeah, sometimes when you start a battle, you'll get some lag before the curtain falls down, and that'll change where your partner spawns.
So he has to run away from this battle without clearing the text box because pressing A will advance the text. So he has to alternately mash A and Z to bring the text back. The end goal here is that we're going to have Yoshi out of bounds, and we're going to push him so that he falls off and starts falling. And then when he starts falling, if we basically close the text box and mount Yoshi with certain frame timing, we will teleport Mario to Yoshi's Y coordinate, which is the height.
All right, so let's go ahead and have some complete silence right now, just for some serious time. All right. First try! Let's go!
Yo.
So that is a 2-frame window.
And now all I have to do is just hold between up and upright.
Yeah, so he has to clip into the floor and then encounter this Ember because
Palace skip!
And running away will
So
dismount him from Yoshi so that he can move back.
Yeah, we've been saying frame perfect and like 2 frames. Like that is a minuscule fraction of a second. Like a frame is about a 60th of a second on the GameCube. So yeah, that is a very tight window. And getting that first try.
And that's the final trick of the run. That was so great. Yeah, so unfortunately we didn't get to show off what you do with the item. What you normally do with the item when you get an item drop is you essentially, what is it?
We're going to do an extra encounter?
Yeah, I'm going to do this thing, guy. So what you essentially do is you get an item drop and then you basically do a delayed Goombella buffer into the item, and that's basically how you get text storage. But again, it's just really, really RNG heavy, and it's not worth, risking for a marathon run. So I could have technically given it more chances, but I didn't really want to do that. But first try in a marathon, let's go.
So now the sequence is up to the right point after getting the key. So all this stuff is loaded in properly.
I'm not
And
gonna
this
lie,
is-
my my inner child,
Oh yeah.
my inner child popped off seeing you use Supernova. 'Cause you never
Yeah.
see it in the speed run.
Shouts to button mashers, because you have to mash. Oh, you're in the way, sir. Sir. Okay, thank you.
I just love the idea of you blow most of your star points to use an attack that just hits for 15 damage.
Yeah, it's really overpowered.
The optimal route actually does use Supernova a couple times.
Yeah, there's another route where we have actually Goombella as the main partner that does damage, but it's a lot more risky. There's a bit of a chance to like die from bad RNG. And hey, who doesn't love seeing an overpowered Yoshi? I mean, I know we probably love seeing overpowered Goombas, but overpowered Yoshi. Oh, I need to equip. I just realized I need to change my equip.
Yeah, so now we're approaching the final gauntlet of bosses. First up, we're gonna have
Your quick
Grotus.
Yoshi.
Thank you.
This is something that really gets people casually a lot because you fight Grotus, and Grotus is a fairly difficult fight casually, and then immediately it sends you into the Bowser and Cammy fight with absolutely no chance to heal in between.
Wait a minute. I just realized I totally forgot to equip Item Hog in the previous save. Oh well. No wonder I didn't get the item drop first and second try. I didn't have Item Hog. Well, actually, I did have Item Hog equipped on this save. So the first time I didn't have it, and the second time I had it. But
You
that's
still
okay.
had like a 1 in 20 to get it on the first one.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna watch what you get to do with speed strat. So Grotus has these 4 Grotus X's that surround him, and if he has 4, he is invincible to all damage. So we're going to use a Ice Storm and kill the Grotus X's, and then jump on his head a few times.
Yeah, you guys want to see overpower Yoshi again? So let's just go ahead and switch him to 1 HP. And let's do it. Bye, Grotus.
They just casually do 54 of his 50 HP.
Yeah,
in
no,
one
no
single
problems.
Yeah.
So yeah, after this fight, we actually have to fight Bowser and Cammy. And normally when you casually play, you're like, man, I barely got through that fight. Oh, shoot, I have to do another fight. I'm dead. But thankfully, since we have an overpowered Yoshi and we have the strats, this will be pretty easy. Also,
So,
Flavio's going to be very humorous.
This is
in
another
cutscene.
fight, like I mentioned before, that is kind of scripted. So Bowser, his first few turns are scripted. He will always do a Fire Breath on turn 1, and then he will try to bite on turn 2. And assuming you don't
That's wrong,
super guard the
guys.
bite, he will jump on turn 3, but we're not going to get that far in the fight. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to first hit Cammy Koopa and kill her. And then
Hi, Bowser.
swap out Yoshi because we know he's going to do the Fire Breath. So we'll swap out Yoshi so that he doesn't die, and then we can swap him back in and fight.
Yeah, you really... I mean, apart from her just having enough health to take out in one hit anyway, you really want to take out Cammy in this fight because
Yeah.
she can buff Bowser, make him invincible.
She's
Now,
not bad.
Cammy is
heal
also
him.
a little scripted in that she always just does a basic attack on the first turn, but unlike Bowser, who, does the Fire Breath attacks both, Cammy will either randomly attack Yoshi or Mario, so, we really want to take her out on turn 1 if we can, because it's more unpredictable.
Bye, Cammy. She's just
Lucky you
dead.
did the stylish to flex.
It's actually faster to do the
It saves
stylish.
some frames.
So there we go.
There's another little version difference. On the Japanese version, there's a lot of attacks that you can't super guard, and on the English version, there's only 2 attacks in the entire game that can't be super guarded, I think.
I went for the super guard. Why not?
Nice.
It wouldn't have killed you. You had nothing to lose.
Yeah. All right, and bye-bye, Bowser.
There he is.
There's Bowser, everyone.
Bowser?
All right.
All right, final level up here.
Now that Bowser's dead, we just have Shadow Queen to take care of, and I mean, there is 5 minutes of cutscenes here.
Wait,
Yeah.
you mean Bowser's not the final boss?
Yeah, what? I thought Bowser's always the final boss.
Oh yeah, there's 4 minutes of cutscenes here. We could have some donations.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of room for donations. So go for it.
Alrighty, I got some incredibly serious and real trivia. Totally, you all ready for this?
Yes.
Okay.
More trivia.
Definitely accurate. $10 from Big James, who says, fun fact, Paper Mario beats Rock Mario, but loses to Scissors Mario. There you go, in case y'all didn't know.
There you go.
We also have $10 from Implied Kappa saying, some more Paper Mario trivia for y'all. Due to differences between metric versus imperial time measurements, the original Japanese title of this game was Paper Mario: the 938-year 54-day door. It's much snappier in English. Wow.
Okay.
We also have $100 coming in from Kaboom Pow. I like the name. It says, good morning, GDQ. Hey, wait, this doesn't look like Super Mario RPG.
It's not.
No, it's Paper
better
Mario
game.
RPG.
Yeah.
I said it.
Oh, they're all so good, though. The first three, the RPG,
They are.
SMRPG, and the two
Yeah.
Paper Marios, yeah.
Speaking of good morning, how's everyone doing in the audience?
You're hanging in
You're
there.
hanging in there. We're almost done. We're
We love
almost
the
there.
support.
Yeah, we love the support. I do appreciate everyone who took the time to stay up and watch this. It's awesome.
So here we see all the chapters that we counted
Flavio's there.
correctly, but did not go to. Also, Flavia was like a light in the darkness here.
Yeah, he's just
Kinda great.
immune. So
I
like,
think he just
He's
doesn't
glowing.
have a dark picture or something.
Hi, Flavio.
It's good. Oh,
He's just everywhere. Where is he? Is he somewhere here? Where's Flavio?
my favorite one is the next one
he's our glowing boy.
He's our light in the darkness.
because you'll see he's
It's
just kinda
chat.
running
I'm
in
telling
place.
you. Always watching.
Flavio, what are you doing there? What are you walking away from?
He's just standing there,
Menacing.
menacingly.
You can probably fit a few more donations while we're in these cutscenes.
Yeah, sure
Which is being
thing.
your fault.
We have $15 coming in from Miffin Phoenix. Muffin? Sorry. Saying, wait, what are you telling me, that Koopas are turtles? My life is changed forever. Thank you for the great entertainment and good deeds. Less than 3. I love that. Oh, also, just getting in real quick, we had 2 $500 donations from Anonymous.
Yo,
Back to back.
Shouts to Anonymous.
Shout outs to Anonymous is one of our most generous donators at these events.
Oh, no Flavio in this cutscene.
I'd love to see Anonymous and then the Yeti get into like a steel cage match for who the better donator is.
Flavio's not in any of these cutscenes. Interesting. Where's our light?
Yeah, I think all hope is lost now.
Yeah, all
all
hope is
over.
lost. I've actually never seen this before. I don't know why Flavio's not here.
Not sure either.
Hey, when did we go to a snow place? Are we in Pittsburgh here? Oh yeah, because we didn't fight Gloomtail. Gloomtail's just kind of there.
Frankly, killed Gloomtail.
Yeah.
So yeah, the room it shows Frankly trapped in is actually Gloomtail's room,
There's Flavio.
which leads to an interesting note that if you were to enter Gloomtail's room after defeating Bowser and Cammy, you would actually skip to this part of the cutscene.
Yeah, it's only possible in categories that get Miss Mouse and the Ultra Boots.
Unless you're tasked.
Yeah, unless you're Tass. You know, Tass is, man, I can't believe how great Tass is at this game.
Yeah.
He's got like a 158 or something, 152. I don't even know. Oh yeah, so here.
I mean, Lotad has like a sub 30-minute time.
That's true. So right there, that is a text box where if you select the bottom option, you will game over. But the funny thing is if you mash A or B, you will not select that text box. You have to input down and then A in order for it to happen.
Yeah. So this is the first Shadow Queen fight, which is in 2 phases. The first phase, you just have to do 43 damage to her for her to transform into her true form.
Yeah, we're gonna use double dip here and then do
In her true form, essentially we need to survive to attack her on 3 different turns. It's a little more complicated than that, but
Yeah, I purposely didn't fill it up all the way because we don't actually need to, but that completes her first phase, and now we just need to damage her for 3 turns. A strat that we usually do in runs is we have Bobbery out, and Bomb Squad actually counts as like a few separate attacks.
yeah, it can count up to 2 different attacks.
We'll go ahead and have Bobbery out.
So this is why upgrading the HP is relevant, because we need to just tank hits on this phase.
Broad strokes
We
of
only
everything
have
going
one
on here.
Bushi, and we want to save it to use on Yoshi in the next phase.
You tried to throw rocks at me.
Yeah. Normally we'd have 20 HP on Mario here, which would be good because if you guard her attacks, they do 6. So, you know, you can't die in one turn, assuming you're at full HP, and then you have Ultra Shrooms to heal up to full. Here we're even safer with 25.
So basically everything going on here. Grotus brought Peach to
swap
be the
back to
vessel
Yoshi,
for the
right?
Shadow
Yeah.
Queen. And then the Shadow Queen's just like, all right, now I have my vessel. Later, nerd. And just wipes him off.
Uh-oh, brace yourself, audience. Uh-oh, oh no. Oh no.
I love this little fourth wall breaking thing here. Yeah, she just sucks all the audience out for full health.
That happens
so
like
silly.
multiple times in the game. But isn't it sad
They're all
that like,
safe.
They're all safe. You guys are good.
well, Shadow Queen like gets full health from the audience, but then when Hooktail eats or at least half the people in the audience, it's like 10 HP.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm like, oh no.
All right, we've got probably like the best cutscene in the game where we get to use the power of the 7 crystal stars, which will weaken. Oh, and Flavio to weaken Shadow Queen. So while we have this amazing music going on and this amazing cutscene, you can go ahead and fill that with donations as well.
like 5
amazing,
minutes.
yeah, amazing donations. I want to hear some love.
While we harness the
Power
power
of
of these
friendship.
7 crystal stars that we totally got.
Yeah, exactly. So take it away, Fu, with any amazing donations you have.
I'm waiting on more
Brings the power of
trivia.
friendship.
See if we need last minute trivia. Also, we're like $3 from 1,600 out of that 7,000 that we need for upgrading to the hardest difficulty for Goof Troop. It is getting later in the morning, so we're getting closer to that, which is exciting. We do have $77 coming in from Summer Speak, who says, keep up the good work. We've also got $100 from She-Wolf, who says, not today, Cancer. Not today. With big hugs to all the runners. You are all awesome. Let's see what else we got. We have another $10 from Spycrack, who says, thanks to all the runners. Less than 3. Let's
you.
beat cancer. Listen, there are a couple that I've been dreading to read because it's $25 from Brawler, who says, what did the pirate say when he became an octogenarian?
Okay.
I'm 80. Like, I'm 80. I know. You can see why I was like, ugh.
That's so bad. I love it.
No, don't say it.
Hi, Flavio.
Oh, now
Only time
Flavio's
we
there.
see Chapter 4. Only time we see Twilight Town. And the best time because we're not in Twilight Town.
Okay, but do you all think that the Dupless fight song is like the best
It is-
song
it's
in the
such
game?
a great
It is
Favorite of
up
all
there.
time.
It's a shame that it's not in the run.
Yeah,
It's the
I would
only
say
thing
that,
that's a shame.
and I personally just love the space station, I guess you call it, the
Oh yeah, X-Not Fortress.
Arksnot Fortress. It's so good.
It's awesome. You can fit in a few more donations.
Sure thing. Well,
Unless you don't want to read that one.
if you insist, we have $10
Oh, no.
from Matsy Skolometrio, which I love that name, who says, What's
Great.
Whitney Houston's favorite type of coordination?
All right.
Hand-eye.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was like, I'm not going to drag that out for you. Don't worry.
I'm sure you could do it too. It's
Yeah,
the funny thing.
I'll sing, but in a pun, I'm going to be less enthusiastic.
Flavio's trying to be a bob-omb right there, as you can see. But yeah, so right here we use this cutscene, or in this cutscene, you can see all the voices of everyone from around, around Mario's journey that we met.
Including ones we didn't meet.
Yeah, including the ones we didn't meet, being like, go, Mario, you can do it, Mario. You got this, Mario. There's even one from Pennington, which is like, go, Luigi, or I mean, Mario, because he finally realizes that he's not Luigi.
I think there's
Look,
some
I'm just glad-
Gonzaleses as well.
Oh, yeah, because Mario's nickname
I'm just
is
glad
Gonzalez.
that one of these games finally gives Luigi his flowers. Because back during this era, that was when the Mario and Luigi games just made fun of him.
Yeah, exactly.
Which again, we will be seeing Superstar Saga and later on
Later today,
our
actually.
good-
Later today. But here we go.
Yeah.
So with the
So
power of
do
the
check
Crystal
that out.
Stars, with the power of the Crystal Stars, we're all healed up, and Shadow Queen is weakened. So how should we beat this fight? I think we should let Yoshi shine again, the Yoshi kid.
Yep. So this time we got that boost sheet in the firebar room, and the boost sheet is a very useful item that completely makes a character completely invulnerable
For a few
to
turns.
absolutely everything for 2 turns.
Yep.
So he's going to be at 1 HP and completely invulnerable.
All right, let's do damage. Do another flip. And there we go. So yeah, this entire fight, we just tank Mario, which we have 5 extra HP, so that's awesome. And then we just, you know, just do damage to Yoshi.
This boss is just like kind of seen as a huge difficulty spike. She has 150 HP, which is quite a lot to take out. But with Yoshi in this setup, does 54 with his basic attack every time, which is enough to clear that 150 threshold in 3 turns, which is just enough time that we're afforded with the boost sheet.
And even with enough extra in case she heals herself a little bit, which she can do.
Yeah, it's still fine even if she heals.
Yeah, and then on the second turn, she starts to charge her wave attacks, so like, she does less damage.
Yeah. All right. So we are coming up on the final attack. She's charging, but we're not even gonna worry about it. So here we go. And that is Shadow Queen.
That is Shadow Queen.
Very nice.
All right,
That's
time
not
is not
quite-
coming up just yet. We've got a few minutes of epilogue, which I am going to include because there's some great Flavio cutscenes.
Very good Flavio in there.
And there will be, a few shouts I want to give. But there we go. That is pretty much the entire game. And we're just going to use this time to give some very notable shout-outs. So shout-outs to, just the Thousand Year Door community in general and the Paper Mario community. They're all very supportive, and, there are so many awesome glitch hunters that have just completely broken this game to what it is today. A few notable ones is Really Tall and Solidified Gaming. They found most of the glitches in this run. There's also a lot of, there's 2 specific people, Zephyllus and Piston Miner, who did a lot of reverse engineering with this game to even provide us with practice codes, which is just,
It's a godsend.
it's so great. Like, I would not recommend learning this game without, without having the practice codes. Flavio wants to make sure Peach is okay.
Yep.
Let's see. So, shouts to the other runners. Minato is another runner who unfortunately couldn't make it to GDQ, but he was supposed to commentate for me, and he's awesome. He does a lot of 100%, and 100% is a very long category.
You can shout out Kape, who's a Japanese runner, and he's done
Yes.
a ton of routing work lately and
Oh,
optimized
yeah.
a lot of categories.
And they are also the world record
Yeah,
holder.
he also is the world record holder in many record.
Yeah, let's
I
see.
can't even talk. It's like 6 in the morning.
Yeah, no.
That-
Yeah, let's see. Shout-outs to some of the other runners like Jake Bop. Let's see. I'm trying to think of anyone else notable that runs the game. Flavio's
Shout-outs to
walking on
Muzz.
water.
Shout-outs to Muzz.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Muzz is a great artist, a Paper Mario artist. If you commission him, he does a lot of art. Flavio fell in the water.
Also did some of the tutorial videos for some of the stuff in this game.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, who are those 2 people there? Like that ghost-looking thing and that purple thing.
I don't know.
Who are they?
Or are they?
We all love Vivian. I'm just glad she
We
gets
all
to be
love
there.
Vivian,
my beloved.
Vivian,
Yeah,
our
I don't think we need to worry about the other one.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about
Best
this.
girl and worst girl.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Any noble shout-outs you guys want to give? Shouts to Sway. He's awesome. You don't really run Thousand Year Door anymore, but if you want to see a lot of awesome Mario RPG content, like the series and quite literally the game, you've been recently doing Mario RPG speedruns. So, yeah. Glan also does speedruns of Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door.
I do.
Yeah, so
And a lot of other games.
Yeah, a lot of other games, And I can't thank, the 2 of you and GhostKumo for commentating with me. This run has been really fun, and I'm just so glad I got to show it off. I've been speedrunning this game. In February, it will be 8 years. I'm currently 21. I started running this game when I was 13. Hi, Flavio.
He's along for the ride.
So it's just been an incredible journey getting to speedrun this game and getting to be here at GDQ, so many years later. It's been an incredible journey. GhostKumo, you got any shout outs you want to give?
I think we got most of them. Just shout outs to Yoshi for that was to Flavio.
Sure.
Yeah.
But shout out to Yoshi. I remember we first met at like CaliCon years back, and
2017.
I was offering to help you out with commentary, and ever since then we've been able to do this thing for several different events. Even met up last year just to hang out because don't live super far from each other.
Yeah, we actually live very close to each other.
Which makes this very awkward. That like
I'm far away from you now.
I swear we have met infinitely more than at like other states than like the city we live in.
Exactly. Hi, Flavio. Let's see. Shouts to the back couch with a lot of my friends and supporters. They're all awesome people.
They are awesome.
Let's see. Shout outs to, my friends and family. You all know who you are, especially the K&D crew. They're all a bunch of awesome people, and they're like my speedrun family. They're all really awesome people. Just, a bunch of speedrunners, artists, just a lot of cool people in general. Let's see. Shouts to Molostyle, my girlfriend, my amazing girlfriend. Honestly, that donation message almost made me weep. It was really sweet, and I could not ask for a better partner than her. She's an amazing artist. She's an amazing artist. Flavio, by the way.
He's okay. He's okay.
She's an amazing artist. She draws a lot of Sonic art. So if you want to check out her art, you can find her on Twitter at Molostyle23. Shout outs to GDQ for just accepting this run in general and giving me the opportunity to perform. It's it's an honor, and I'm just this run went really well, and we got to bring Flavio along, and I think that's what everyone wanted. Shout outs to the late night crowd, who got to chill with us.
The next one is my favorite for Flavio.
Oh yeah. But yeah, really, just thank you all so much for letting me show this off. It's just been an amazing journey. Flavio just kind of spawns there in water infinitely.
Yep.
So there will be a time coming up very soon.
Yeah, time is
as,
about to come up.
The screen fades in on Mario, but before you do your applause, pay attention. Pay attention to like the very start of the credits because something very special happens.
Yeah, so hold your applause when we call time because Flavio's just kind of still out there. He won't be let in. But yeah, so time is coming up.
Yeah, so Peach invites us to another adventure.
Yeah.
Adventure never ends.
And time. All right. And then wait before you applaud. Flavio!
GG.
There we go.
It's a good run.
Yeah, really good run. I'm very happy with how this run went. But there we go. I've basically done all of my shout outs. Just thank you all so much for this great journey. This was a really good run. I could not have asked for any better. Teleport room early was a little struggle, but we got it, and that's all that matters. This was a great run, great show, and
for sure.
Thanks everyone for being here. It was awesome, and we hope you enjoy more of GDQ. But thanks for having me. I'm Yoshizilla, signing off.
Hopefully it won't be 5 years till